go. I'm gonna hop right into it because we already live right now. But just I'll let you go ahead and finish off what you gotta say. Then I go ahead and sweep it back.
Well, first off, I say this not to say that there aren't problems in our society and that there aren't that the racism doesn't exist. The problem is this though: we look to the wrong people as idols. I think the problem is this: you look at the Pooh Shiesty situation, and it's just like people talk about racism in Miami, but not only did he break the law, he broke the law in the city that they don't tolerate gun violence like that. And you really can't sit here and talk about racism when you're not abiding by the laws. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. All right, real quick, Brian. I don't know if it's your headphones, but it's like you. It's like you this close, loud like that.
Okay, is this better?
I think when you move or something, it's like a quick, and I think kind of like, is that my ear? Yeah. But hold on, I'm about to say, I don't know if you move it or not. I think if you keep still, I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll try to keep still.
All right, but yeah, like you said though, I mean, I agree with you with that because Bandman Kevo did an interview with Say Cheese TV, and he said something about Miami is targeting black people and all that, and I'm like, oh, here we go, this shit again. And you just who's the one who got caught with the gun though?
Was it Pooh Shiesty, right?
Yeah, it was Pooh Shiesty, but it was crazy because I just had what's up, Bobby Cash and all y'all. It's crazy because you was like when you had said I didn't really put two together, but when you was like Pooh Shiesty career over with, and I was like, I thought about it, and then you're right, the gun laws, yeah, they don't play no games,
Well, Florida. Florida is a lot like Texas. I'm sure a lot of y'all know because, like I said, I'm not the biggest criminal justice guy, but we'll tell you, I'm very familiar with Texas and Florida laws, and they're stringent on guns. And Florida's a concealed carry state. They won't let you have a weapon without a license. And the thing is, yeah, there might be a little bit of racism, but the thing is, you have to understand, as a black man, yes, you are going to be a target, but at the same time, don't make yourself an easy target. And the point I'm trying to make is this, not, as a rapper, if not to say if I was in a situation, but what I'm saying is this: it's already been established you a gangster. All you gotta do is be a rapper. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm about to say your mic. It's like I hear you, but then again, I know it goes like that. So I think you might as well just talk from the phone or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me try one more. Let me try one more time. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. But like every time you talk, it's like you talk and then it go like it just go like a loud in my ear, kind of jump scare type.
Okay, so what should I do? Because I'm not a techno guy. So want me just go to the mic, turn the mic on or something?
Yeah. Like you could you take the Bluetooth off and talk from your phone then probably.
Oh, okay. Let me try that real quick.
Oh yeah, and this is the Pooh Shiesty thing right here, man. Hey, people in the comments, man. It says Texas just recently turned into the Wild West. No CHL required anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot to once Brian get his mic together, I want to ask him about that right there. And I really trying to figure out. I wasn't paying attention to this. Shouts out to the Big Facts podcast, Ayo, but I wasn't paying attention to the rap trap, not the rap trap, but like rappers getting jammed up. I hear one rapper get killed. I hear another rapper get locked up. But with the Pooh Shiesty case, what really is going on with that situation right there? So we could educate the brothers. Hold on. You gotta mute your mic. I think you're all right. Now press it. Now go over and turn your Bluetooth off. I think.
Okay, it's turned off.
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you good.
All right. So the Pooh Shiesty situation, as much as I know, based on just like I said before, I'm not gonna go off just hearsay, say whatever, but based on what I'm seeing, he fired into a club. Somebody threatened him at the club. He fired into it. But the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize is that the battle isn't just court. The battle is just sitting in jail because remember, they have to get to your case. You know what I'm saying? And what's gonna happen is that while he's in there, as A already said, part of the rap trap is next man up. So while he's sitting there on his ass in jail, you know what I'm saying, it's next man up, whoever the next man might be, whether it be Youngboy coming back home in a couple of weeks, as that was announced today. But the industry, they can easily replace you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm about to say your screen black. I think you gotta lift your notification panel up. There you go. Perfect. Oh, there you go, right there.
I got it together finally, man. Shit.
You did. You the quickest person to get technical stuff done. So I get that to you.
Can't spell loss without LT. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, with situation with Pooh Shiesty when he's sitting on his ass and everything, I got a good question about celebrity rappers. When celebrity rappers get caught up in a jam, do they like go to some type of PC or like where celebrity? You get what I'm saying? Like
It
with Pooh
depends
Shiesty,
on the
huh?
state. To my understanding, most celebrity rappers get treated just like anybody else. I'm sure they probably do have it like that. I don't want to give you wrong information. I'm not really schooled in the arts of how the justice system works like that. But to my understanding, when they get initially arrested, they get processed like everybody else does. What
So all that like
because
he ain't got no Go ahead, I'll let you finish.
I'm just saying it sucks because just imagine you being a millionaire getting processed the same way everybody else does. You know what I'm saying?
So like you think he getting extorted or like how that thing is, man? Like when you a rapper and you got that racks on you, you got the racks in the middle, and you get
Uh,
jammed up. Go ahead.
So the way I see it, I think a lot of rappers get extorted because you have to understand, like, because like I said, I'm listening to rap my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of rappers because the image requires you to be so gangster. I think everyone gets extorted. I think every rapper gets extorted to a certain extent. If you want to go back to a certain area where you're from, you gotta pay like a fee or something like that. Maybe even if you want to, you know what I'm saying. If you mean it like that, as far as when you get in the justice system, I'm sure it's kind of corrupt a little bit. But I think a lot. Chris Brown got extorted. He's a mega celebrity, so
Damn.
I think a lot of, what I'm saying, I think a lot of rappers get extorted because the image requires you to be not just gangster, but just this untouchable figure. And a lot of times it requires you, like you said, AOC, you got to feed the wolves a little bit. And when the wolves get hungry, that's your ass.
So what happened? When will it be like? You got 99.9% of these rappers rapping gangster, rapping tough, talking about sending shots, hitting people grandmothers up and everything. But when I showed a video from from AO channel about this boy getting punished in a prison, not no jail, y'all, a penitentiary.
Yeah.
So my question to you is that these rappers like who's are the size of Quando Rondo or a buck 20 and never like scraped their knee before, what do you think will happen to them when it be like, okay, is he gangster or is he not? Like in prison.
Well, first of all, that video you showed AO that came out last year, that actually happened in I believe that was in Angola, right here in Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. That actually happened right down here. That young man committed that crime in Baton Rouge. He killed somebody in Baton Rouge, so that hit kind of close to home. You know what I'm saying? So that I showed that video to some of my little cousins living that gangster stuff. So that video hit close to home. But as far as when they finally realized, usually around from my understanding, usually around day 2 or 3 when that cell closed, and you know what I'm saying, because because the COs, they're not gonna be there with you the whole time. They're gonna try to make it seem like this is gonna be just another day in a juvenile correction facility. But you close the door, you with all these animals, you with all these these savages, these real savages who could beat you with their bare hands. You know what I'm saying? These
Yeah.
phenotypes, as I heard one person tell me. So in my opinion, it's pretty soon because you gotta understand a lot of these kids, they didn't go to high school, they didn't play no sports, they were kind of outliers a little bit. So you know what I'm saying. So when them jail doors close, man, all you know what I'm saying, it usually happens pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right. But so you said people in prison, they beat you with your bare hands and kill you and all that. But let's say if Pooh Shiesty and some rappers really be slinging the iron type stuff, they don't care if they sling the iron.
Well, I mean,
What? Yeah, go ahead.
one could hope. I like Pooh Shiesty. I think he's a talented artist. I don't want to see him go to jail. I think he's a very talented artist, but I'm gonna be real with you. This is somebody who promotes a lifestyle that is very self. I mean, hey, I'm a young man from the inner city, but I will tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Old habits carry. You know what I'm saying? Thing is, if you go to jail, and you used to drugging and thugging, it's gonna be very hard for you to break them habits, man. You know what I'm saying? He's rapping about being a drugging and thugging, a drug addicted thug. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be kind of hard for me to see him going in there unless he just has a complete change 180. But it's gonna be kind of hard for me to see him go in there and try to boss anybody around because Pooh Shiesty about 5'6", about a buck 20. I've actually seen him before.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm saying. I don't know why these rappers be thinking they on some honeycomb brazy or some goddamn, like just straight all the way retarded. Just want
Well,
to.
there you
Yeah,
go.
go ahead.
They're not like, well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. You see, people like me and you, we're more into we're kind of old school. We've been in physical conflicts. These dudes, because they're so popular, they don't get into fights like that. They have a whole entourage. They have an entourage. You know what I'm saying? They got an entourage that makes sure they protect it. Like I said, they're feeding wolves. They're feeding people to make sure they're safe all the time. But you have to understand. I look at you. You're not a little guy. You're probably around my size. I'm about a buck 95, 200 pounds. Top of that, I'm not to brag on myself. I'm in pretty decent shape. I'm not gonna lose a whole lot of fights like that. You know, top of that, so you know what I'm saying. I'm not invincible by any means, but I know how to defend myself. I'm not a little guy, but dudes like this, they don't gotta be physical. They don't have to be physical like that. They're used to people taking care of them.
Yeah, and I'm glad you spoke about that because they haven't been in an altercation where it's
A real
like,
that.
yeah, 15-second, like, the little 15-second fights and people break it up and get in the way. Imagine them being in that cell with that other cellmate that got like 25 to life or who doing a flat 10.
Now when
Yeah.
they can handle, let me tell you what's gonna happen. Guys like this, you have to understand, they haven't been in situations where it's hostility, but it's just them. The first thing they're gonna do is this. You know, they're gonna do all that stuff right. I mean, I've seen it happen. You gotta understand. You know, I used to be in charge of basic training, and there's always gonna be this one young man there who's from a rough environment. He's used to people being around. You have to understand, they're not used to this kind of conflict like this. They're not used to being able to reach into their pocket and grab a gun. They're not used to be able to go back to their car. What they're used to is a certain type of conflict. But these dudes, you have to understand. and it's so
It's
sad.
terrifying. It's terrifying
It's
for them, though.
terrifying. It's like waking up and Jason staring you right in the face because these dudes aren't just strong. These dudes, like the kind of food they eat and the kind of diet they on, it makes them to where they're physical. They're like NFL football players.
I'm talking about the MREs they've been feeding us in the military.
Yeah,
Them two,
dog.
yeah, 10-year-old foods we been eating. It's concrete cement liquid they
Yeah,
eating.
dog. Like imagine eating the little MRE burritos all the time, bro. Like that stuff's gonna make you solid as hell. On top of that, this stuff gonna make you. It's gonna make you into like a demon, bro. Like these little dudes, bro. They're not. I'm not saying they're not hood. I'm not saying they're not street. But what I'm saying is, if you're 120 pounds, something tells me you're not gonna be an Olympic athlete. You know. And on top of that, I don't think these dudes are really built to be no boxer like that. All I'm trying to tell you is this, man. Like you have to understand. A lot of I'm very familiar with the justice system. I'm familiar with the kind of creatures it creates. It creates creatures. It creates people that are very into a lifestyle that makes them very, very dangerous people. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to tell you is this, you know what I mean? Like, if Pooh Shiesty really is a thug, like that song says, man, he'd be a hell of a thug to survive what he about to go through.
Exactly, but the thing is, though, what's terrifying what I say is that these rappers ain't been in a 4x4 wall or a cell and fighting until somebody gets tired or pass out or just ain't responding. Like this ain't no little fighting. All right, that's enough for you. Chill out. I'm talking about like you going at it for like a good minute and 30 seconds
For your life.
For your life. Yeah, for your life. One person got the shank and you just hitting them with the shank, and these people creatures. They just that shit ain't just that's just hitting their chest and they over there just going ham on you. And then your shank break, it's over with, man.
I'm assuming you watch football. Imagine NBA
Yes, sir.
fighting Derrick Henry.
It's gonna be like a Chihuahua versus a goddamn steroid pit bull.
Like a man versus a bitch. Like it's gonna be like violence. And like I said, I don't mean to call him. I'm just saying these dudes was not no. I'm not saying he ain't no. All I'm saying is, physically speaking, these are not a bunch of physical specimens. These guys do drugs all day. And and I digress. The point me and you both trying to make is this music is cool because it talks about, but the music is whatever. But the thing is, it's encouraging these young men to be something that's going to inevitably lead them to prison. And the thing is, this is what you face in prison. Forget the rape, which is also horrible. You have to understand your physical well-being is at a risk every minute, every second, every moment you're in a penitentiary. And the thing is, you're going against people who are not just crazy, they're psychotic. They enjoy seeing you suffer.
Yeah, exactly. Please digress on being psychotic and enjoy seeing you suffer. Please digress on that.
You see, And like I said, AO, like I said, a lot of my references from AO, not even just from him, just from, just growing up where I grew up at. But let me tell you something what a real psychopath is. A lot of these rappers rap about shooting somebody. They'll be remorseful after they come off that high. After that dope, they'll be remorseful. You see, especially jails down south, are some very different places, right? Like, like you from down south. Down here is different. What jail does down here, down this little environment, dog, it turns you into a gladiator because it's so violent and it's so much just chaos. Look, all jails are bad, but jails down south is like for example, they get Angola up in Baton Rouge, right? Well, up in North Louisiana, going towards North Louisiana, right? Angola, right? At one point, I was the worst jail in the world. You have to understand that you're going up against dudes who they're, when I say psychotic, their mindset is, because I'm not gonna ever leave this place, and because I want to see you suffer the same way I suffer. And the thing is, you have to understand, these dudes, when they shoot somebody, when they come off that high, they'll be guilty and get on Instagram Live and talk about, I smoked this person, but really on the inside, this braggadocious is me crying out for help.
Exactly. It's like, please protect me, please send me to court.
Help
And
me.
I want to say one thing though, like how you said those psychopath people, and let's specify on this. These people be completely sober.
Yeah, this is what they enjoy to do. They want to. They can't go home to their kids. They can't. And I'm not be psychopath. Not be the right psychopath. Might not, maybe just maybe a sociopath. But
Yeah.
I'm not a I'm a business guy. I know how to do money and stuff. And also I'm in the army. I like to shoot guns and stuff. I'm field
Shouts
artillery.
out to you. Shouts out to you for your service.
I'm
Go
field
ahead.
art. Well, I was field artillery. Now I'm logistics and admin. I left that stuff alone. But
So you did all types of MOSs then from the
yeah. Well,
infantry.
I'm just about just my thing. It ought to be diverse, and also as long I treat the army like any other job. Like, I like to be diverse because the more stuff I know how to do, the more stuff I can lead people. And you know what I'm saying?
I
But
respect that.
yeah, man. But the thing is, in jail, and TV doesn't do a very good job of showing, because TV only showed you the bravado. It shows you know what I'm saying? It don't really show you the mindset of these people. Like, is that Pooh Shiesty right behind you right now?
Oh yeah, it's Pooh
Yeah.
Shiesty, and it's the
So
famous.
I'm looking at his face, right? And let me tell you what I see in his face. I see a young man that's very remorseful for what he did. I see a young man who wants to go back and see his family. When he gets to jail, he's not going to see people like him. He's going to see people who want to see him as miserable as they are. He's going to see people who enjoy the chaos and enjoy they enjoy that environment. He's not going to enjoy that environment for the first 10 to 15 years he's in there. He's going to hit a moment of his existence. And what I want to get across to you is this: it's not going to matter if he's got a broken nose. It's not going to matter if he's got a broken elbow. It's not going to matter if his back hurts one day. It's not going to matter if he's hungry. Jail is meant to make sure that you realize that you're in here because you made a mistake. And jail is here to make you realize that, you know what I'm saying, no matter how miserable you get, tomorrow was probably going to be worse, bro.
Exactly. It's like a nightmare, like that you cannot wake up. To be honest, no offense, but people who are built like Quando Rondo or Pooh Shiesty, they'll be good for how do I say this without getting flag on YouTube? You know those transformers in prison, in
Mm-hmm.
male prison? He'll make a good
That'll traumatize him. That'll traumatize anybody.
yeah. He'll make a good transformer gladiator then. Cause they'll do you in too. Even them old heads in
Oh
prison.
yeah, they work out too.
Yeah,
Everybody in jail is dangerous. You're doing, man. Everybody in jail is dangerous. This ain't no game no more.
it's
You're
not.
now officially in an area where everybody's capable of killing you with their bare hands. Like,
Exactly. And then COs are at risk though.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the CEO is like, the CEOs have to be are basically soldiers. The CEOs are trained to be soldiers because if any moment something breaks out, they have to survive. Who the hell's gonna help them? There's only like, on average, how many CEOs are on the average block? My cousin told me on average is like what? How many
What,
pods are there? I don't know, but there's a limited amount of. First off, how many
8?
CEOs are you gonna find? There's a limited amount of CEOs. Being a CEO isn't really a glamorous job. Personnel is always gonna be low. On any
Yeah.
block, CEOs is gonna be like 8 or 10.
Yeah, eight. Yeah,
But hundreds of prisoners who are not weak. These are dudes who are physical specimens. Come on, man. It's going to
exactly.
lose. But getting back to another fact I want to tell you about what traumatized these young kids, right? What would traumatize a young? Let me tell you what would traumatize them, right? There's three things I think is going to traumatize. First thing's going to traumatize them is the environment. The vast majority of jails are filthy. They might seem the vast majority of jails are gross. They smell funny because I mean, I remember I went to Fort Leonard Wood one time for a tour, right? And they got a jail up there, and they just took us around it. Smelled horrible. It smelled like industrial. The environment's very bleak. It reminds me of like if you work in a factory or where I don't know if you ever worked in a factory before. When I was younger, I worked in a factory.
Yeah.
It was a stupid job I had. When I wasn't playing ball, I worked. So I worked in a factory. It's very bleak, and a lot of these kids, they grew up in a single parent household. They're spoiled fucking rotten. Part of my language. They're spoiled rotten.
You
Their
good?
mama raised them to be kind of soft, so they're not used to physical labor like that. So they're in an environment that really just promotes them just doing whatever the hell they want. So that's gonna trauma. The environment is hideous. Like what I'm saying. Top of it's very crunched in. And on top of that, jail it's aesthetically speaking, a jail is gonna be a horrible place to look at. Number two, I don't know about you, but when I went to the military, just like you went, basic training, absolutely flipped my life upside down.
Yeah,
The
first day.
culture in jail is meant to absolutely cause you to what's a good term I can use?
Like
The culture
program.
reprogram.
Yeah.
You sharp as hell, bro. Reprogram. The culture in jail is meant to reprogram you because basic training is meant to reprogram. Like you went through. I went to Fort Knox. I went to
Whoo.
Fort
Yeah.
Knox, Fort Benning, and Fort Drum are some of the hardest basic trainings there are because the
Yeah.
environment is rough. It's cold. It's hot. On top of that, PT tests in them areas are way harder because it requires mind over matter. But the environment, first off, let's just be real. The CO is gonna be nice for you for about 30 minutes. Get behind them doors, you they hoe. The CO is gonna treat you
Exactly.
bad, bro. Especially if you're a young black. The CO is gonna do you bad, bro. The CO is gonna do you bad. The CO is gonna treat you. Fort Benning is a hard ass basic training, bro. I mean, I don't really. Fort Knox is pretty rough. Fort Benning is just God. It's just Fort Benning will break you because after that you have to go to infantry AIT and they ain't no hope. It ain't no
Nah,
hope. Then
there
and
ain't
then
no hoe.
huh?
I say you're right. Ain't no hoe at all for that.
And Fort Knox AIT is known to be pretty difficult. I didn't have to go to. I went to the officer version of it. I went to officer base, which is cadet camp. I didn't have to go to AIT, but officer camp at Fort Knox was super intense. I wouldn't want to do it twice. Um, but the
Feel
point I'm trying to make is that it traumatizes you because you not only getting yelled at, but the environment is very gritty. A lot of these kids have never been around real deal bullies before because these prisoners are bullies. They're alpha males.
yeah.
They're real deal alpha males. They're people who they don't. If they tell you no, it's no the first time. If they
Oh
don't
yeah.
like you, don't like. You know what I'm saying? In prison, you can't make friends. On top of that, the environment is just. You know how I'm saying? Like the environment is just. It's just very gritty.
Yeah.
Just a very bleak environment. The next day come out. The next day might be worse than the first. And then third, what I think traumatized a lot of these kids, bro. What I think is gonna traumatize them sexuality and just your personal space gone
Exactly.
gone
Showering.
bro gone like that. I think for the average 18-year-old, seeing a man that acts like a female might make them want to kill themselves. It's just something about seeing that, bro. Like a kid seeing that, it'll make them just because it's just something. It's just so unnatural. Like, bro, I remember watching Locked Up, Scared Straight, and
Oh yeah.
I remember that scene Locked Up, Scared Straight. I'm talking about the alternative lifestyle prisoners. I saw that, and I've seen these black men, these black men who no time has been there. Dog, what could have caused these black men to turn into like what could have turned them into this, bro?
To be honest, some of them was really tough, but not tough enough though. You know, some of them have got two murder charges with a knife. Like I've been watching the documentaries and stuff, and it's like compared to the kids who was in there, all they did was just some petty attempted murder or petty stealing from the store. So you're right. What is it that caused them to turn like that? That's the question.
Losing hope. They lost all hope.
Oof.
They're probably a lot like Quando. Like, no, I think Quando Rondo is a good kid. I don't really. I think personally, Quando Rondo is a good. I can look in his eyes. I know a gangster when I see one, and I can look in his eyes. He's probably a good kid. I can tell that he's probably remorseful about some of the things, like the King Von situation. You saw how remorseful he was. He tried to get Von to the hospital. He didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, and he had to pop them Zans, some school buses to be on
Yeah,
some fuck that, because you gotta keep that image up. You're right.
and I think what happens to them dudes is their hope gets stripped from them. And what happens is, bro, like, it's not just getting raped, man. It's like them dudes got their hope. The bravado from listening to the music and like being like all these dudes is probably the kind of dudes bitches probably like, bro. These kind of dudes who have the swag. These type of dudes on the outside world, they be like, yeah, I'm with the you know what I'm saying? Ain't no nigga gonna play with me. Believe that. I'm niggas who
Yeah,
probably stood on a G code. Imagine going to jail and you get physically dominated. Imagine you physically come on, Grump. Imagine getting dominated by another man, bro.
that should have changed your life.
And you can't call your mama, you can't call your grandma. These dudes ain't got no daddy, so you know what I'm saying. Another man is your daddy now, bro.
Hey, I got real quick. Can you? I'm gonna drop your IG link for Ty, because they're saying they want to know your YouTube or your IG, but I got your IG though. And you
Oh,
right. Keep hold on to that, because have y'all watched the Central Park movie on Netflix? Right?
I already watched it.
Did you watch when that kid, he was wrongfully accused? Right? He was in prison, and the white CEO had got paid off by them inmates, and they one of them put him in a headlock. The other dude's like, and the kid, he was 18 years old. He was like, I want no problems. I want no problems. And you see how they yoked him up and they dragged him inside that room and just like, no, not rape him, but like beat the dog shit out of him. Like, that is, you're right. That is
That's
traumatizing. Huh?
That's extremely common. From what somebody said on YouTube one time, that kind of stuff usually happens to the white kids, but the black kids in there are just a success. Young men in general are food in prison.
Okay. Young man.
Young men. From what I've studied, from what I've got, I like to. I'm a bookworm, so I like to read and shit. So I like to study the psychology of people who go to jail. And from what I can deter, young men between the ages of 18 and 21, especially young men who are repeat felons, they're usually food in prison for the CEOs, because the CEOs, you have to understand, their word is law. On top of that, they are, you know what I'm saying, because the outside world don't really understand what's going on, and these kids, they're not gonna talk to their families for weeks and months at a time. The world's giving up on them. So young men are usually food for young men are food in prison for both prisoners and CEOs normally. So when I seen that scene, I said, you know what? I mean, that situation, it's bad because it's obviously racism, but it's extremely common in jail. Young men are food because they're usually a lot smaller than everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you fully on that.
Smaller. They're usually not as well versed as they're usually not very well versed. They're not going to be very well versed in prison culture. So they're going to be easily fooled and easily what's the word I'm looking for? Easily manipulated. And then 3, the guards, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, the guards are just as messy as the prisoners. So the first thing they're going to do is find the weakest. Like the animal kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm right. I'm glad, because I'm glad you breaking this down, because people like Pooh Shiesty or people who want to go that route, you're right. It's like the animal kingdom. You watch nature, you watch pure nature. When I saw, I think it was on Discovery Channel, it was on some show, and it was a big like gorilla, like not gorilla, it was some big animal just eating a little animal alive, like by the legs. The little animal was just defenseless, just trying to stop him, and the other animal just taking a big bite out of him and tearing him up, eating him. That's what it is like in prison, pretty much what you're saying. It's no remorse. How in civilian world we're like, hey, leave him alone. He ain't da da da. But in prison, it's on some. It's no remorse though. It's no like letting up.
no remorse. You also have to understand the fact they know who he is. They listen to his music, and a lot of them dudes is probably from Memphis, and a lot of them dudes probably don't like Pooh Shiesty. They want to expose him. They don't want to see him. Them dudes probably hate him his whole life. So you have to understand he's being thrown to actual wolves now, and you have
Oof.
to understand. A lot of these jails down south are horrible. These jails are the result of years of systematic racism, systematic um lack of prison reform, and a lot of systematic lack of infrastructure. These jails down here are horrible. I know jails up north are probably bad too, and jails in California are bad, but jails down here are ratchet. There are a lot of ratchet, just a lot of ratchet stuff going on. These COs are dirty, man. A lot of the COs, a lot of the black COs are worse than the white COs. A lot of time they be on that Uncle Tom stuff. They want to see him get beat up. They hate him because their prison COs making what 40 grand a year. This is a millionaire
Yeah,
rapper, probably from their hood. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see
exactly.
they want to see Pooh Shiesty and they get beat up every day. They'll be the kind of dudes they'll let people know what cell he stays in, and they'll be the kind of dudes they'll put something in his food. That's the kind of stuff they on. These COs is dirty, man. Like a lot of times the CO is worse than the prisoners. And the thing is, these dudes be Uncle Toms, man. They don't want to see no young black male shine over them, especially young black male from their hood.
I understand where you come from, and you're right. It's a psychological
You know,
it's psychology behind that whole aspect right there. But where you from, where you at, you damn right. The prisons over there is hectic. You what from the
well, you know,
NO?
yeah. Well, originally Angola was a plantation. Angola was one of the nation's largest plantations, and they just decided to turn it into a goddamn prison for some odd reason, which I thought is a horrible idea. It's a symbol to white racism, you know what I'm saying? But you have to understand, as a black man, you can't fight racism with marching and stuff like that. You got to fight it with growing your communities, and you grow your communities by improving community infrastructure by uplifting the men. The men are in turn going to uplift the women. You can't just do it by marching. Marching is great. I think marching is cool, but you got to do it through infrastructure building. You know what I'm saying?
I like how you very militant and strategic in what you saying. Can you please tell how these rappers don't represent a portion of the black community? Can you tell
So
how they? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna break this. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
No, it's a lag. I said go ahead. You good, bro?
Okay, so first of all, I'm from the South. You're from the South. We're a lot of people in the chat are from the South. We have to look at what exactly means to be hood, right? So we talk about hood. I'm from an area that's more rural, inner city rural, right? Most black people in the United States, especially, or most black people in the United States, 2021, the vast majority of us are in the middle class. The vast majority of black people work. The vast majority of black people are either working class, educated. The black community, even though we're going through a lot of things as a whole, the black community isn't just the cesspool that a lot of these people on the internet talk about. The black community, for the most part, as bad as we might be, for the most part, the black community, by the statistics, isn't far off from what the white community is. Black men, for the most part, make a sustainable income. Black women, for the most part, make a sustainable income. There are lots of hoods in the United States, but they just like a lot of people who do karate don't represent. A lot of people who do karate don't represent all Asians. People who do crime don't represent all black folk. In fact, by the numbers, most black men don't even live in the hood.
I'm glad
Most
you
black
said that.
men live at the worst rural areas.
Thank
Like
you.
people,
I said thank you.
no, huh?
I had said thank you. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you have to look at it like guys like Pooh Shiesty, who is from a rough area, do not as a whole represent the majority of black males. They represent a small fraction of black males, because you have to understand there's way more white males in prison than black males. It's just the fact that the media portrays it as more black males because it's their media, it's white media. But you have to look at the fact that there's way more black males in the middle class than there are black males living in the ghetto. Cities like I live in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is a bit of an outlier. Um, Memphis is a bit of an outlier. You know what I'm saying? You go to a big city like Houston, there might be hoods, but there's way more black folks living in regular middle class than there are black folks living in the hood. That's just an absolute fact. If all black folks live in the hood, then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. We wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to look at it like, and I'm saying this as a person who actually studies this stuff, because I work with, I work like I work in the National Guards unit down here in New Orleans. most of the black kids here are not from the hood. Most of these black kids here are from maybe not the best of areas, but they're not from the projects. Very few people live in the projects. That's where they're the projects. You know, it's an outlier.
I think people think they hood is like Holly Grove or something. Like they think it's like, cause
Oh, we
this
got a
part.
lot. Well, we have a number of hoods down here, but you have to understand they don't represent the majority of black people. They represent maybe 20% of the black population. But, and I could be wrong. I'm gonna look up the numbers again, but the last I checked, the majority of black people in the United States live in the middle class, which is not the hood. We do not live in poverty. But the point I'm trying to make is this: these young men are looking to guys like Pooh Shiesty, and that's not who they are. You did not come up like he did. Pooh Shiesty didn't have nearly the kind of resources that are available to a lot of people to a lot of black people in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty is a young man who had to, he is what he represents. It's the thing is he's gonna have to face the consequences of his actions, but Pooh Shiesty does not represent the majority of black people.
I understand what you're talking about. I think it's like father like son because I looked up into it and they said Pooh Shiesty father was going down
That
that same path. Go ahead.
that explains a lot. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I mean, I look at people like Pooh Shiesty and my heart goes out to him because growing up in the ghetto was hard, man. Don't get me wrong. He says New Orleans is a war zone. You're absolutely right, bro. New Orleans is a war zone, but at the
Yeah.
same time, as bad as the city is, there's still a lot. The city, like I said, I was born in the city, but let me tell you something, man. There's a lot of middle class people in New Orleans too. There are some rough areas, especially in Uptown in the East, but there's still a large middle class population. It just is, especially in Uptown. There's a large middle class population. You know,
I'm I'm glad you breaking the ice and speaking on something that's not spoken on about this middle class living. There's nothing wrong with living for the people in the chat. It's actually great to be in middle class, but the hip hop and the media, the rap gangster rap culture is saying that everybody who is in middle class is brainwashing them to think that they live in the projects. And I'm glad you breaking the ice about that.
it's not even just that. They're trying to discourage black people from living in the middle class, which is kind of scary to me. I mean, I live in the middle class now. But you know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell everybody is this, man. Yes, there are lots of projects, but the average black family is 15. I have to look at that. I'd have to go look that up because
Yeah,
now maybe the average net worth, but the thing is, most black Americans are living close to, if not over, middle class. And the thing is, but the point I'm trying to make is this. And even the black folks who might live in the hood, let's just say they live in the hood, they're probably not no gun-toting gangster like that. They're probably just living in the area that's not really a very high income area. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you live in the projects. Most people who I know who live in rough areas, they're not criminals. They just live in a rough area. They live in an area that's low income and they got work low income jobs. So the point I'm trying to make is this: most black people are nowhere near criminals, and they're nowhere near what the media portrays them to be. They're just regular people trying to make it.
I'm glad you speaking on that because they the culture part of our culture is manufactured on build a bear workshop with the mindset of being a nigga and you gotta be gangster and you gotta rap and all that. Like that's manufactured within us, and I'm glad you breaking the ice and saying that no, that's not within our DNA at all.
No. I mean, you have your outliers, but like I said, Chicago's a bit of an outlier because a lot of what's going on out there, the gang war, the gangster goes on in Chicago, that's been going on for generations, and it's sad because there's some great people living out there. Chicago is extremely dangerous, and the thing is, my heart goes out to them people. My heart really does because there's people there who want change to happen. But what's going on is there's so much stuff going on out there. But what I'm trying to say is this, man. Yes, there's also a large percentage of black folk who are, they might live in rough areas, but the thing is, like I said before, and I hate to keep repeating myself, but not everybody lives in the hood wants to be a gangster. These people are just trying to make it, man. And the thing is, back to Pooh Shiesty, he represents the type of black male who, in his mind, the only way to make it out was to be a gun-toting gangster, which is unfortunate. The guy's probably not dumb, man. He's just the
No,
result of unfortunate circumstance. The dude is just the result of people getting in his ear telling him you have to be this set, this gang to make it out. And it's sad, man. The things I wish I could just express to these young black men. I'm not saying I'm old, which I express to them how talented they are, man. Like I just want to tell them, even the worst one, I just want to tell them not just how talented they don't have to do the things they do to make it, man. There's so many other things they can do to make it. Maybe not be famous, but they can still be productive citizens. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, and I'm glad because it was a video alive, and it was one of the best lives. But they had took it down as a copyright strike on my YouTube channel, and it was Charleston White on Vlad TV talking about his mother had a
It's
good job
funny.
at GM, huh?
I said Charleston White is funny.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just one thing he said that was real was he grew up in the middle class, but he watched the movie Colors and the society. He ran away from middle class living with his mother to stay with his friends in the project, sleeping on the floors, going home, going to bed without eating. He actually admitted to being brainwashed to go, backwards. And that's what you're talking about. And that's what's dangerous about persuading most of the
I
yeah,
mean,
go ahead.
oh yeah, oh my bad, bro. The lag, my bad.
Yeah,
But
you good.
yeah, man. I mean, but at the same time, look at that lifestyle, man. Look at that gangster grimy lifestyle. Look what it brings, man. Clothes, bankrolls, and hoes. And on like Nash used to always say, man. Like you can't, man. Look, let me tell you something, man. You tell a young 16-year-old black male that all you gotta do to get the prettiest girl in school is to portray yourself like a thug. It's gonna be kind of hard. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to tell him not to be a certain way if that's what gets him the girl he likes. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I understand where they're coming from. When I was faced with it when I was going to school, but thankfully I have my father in my life. But I'm just saying it's kind of hard to look at a young black male nowadays and tell him do the right thing when doing the wrong thing gets you a lot of perks. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. So at the shouts out to the fathers, my fathers and all that for definitely, I hate how, fulfilling the stereotype they portray saying that, you don't know who your father is and you in a single mother household with Section 8 living. That's bullshit right there. I mean, it exists, but I just don't like how they portray it as the whole generalization. But go ahead.
I see somebody else join in. Does this be TyBeTrolling?
Go ahead,
What's
Ty.
up?
What's up, man? How you
Can y'all
doing?
hear me? Can y'all
It
hear
sound
me?
like you got done. It sound like you got done crying, Ty.
No, man. Can y'all hear me?
What's
Yeah, we
up?
hear you good.
All right, yeah, man. I want to say what's up, Brian, man. I like say your takes and everything, man. You think I like or whatever, man. It's good to see somebody else, that think like, me, you and Grump and whatnot. I just want to say, man, like about the Pooh Shiesty thing, man. I think about it like it could be deeper than that, because you think about it, how many white people, period, get in that kind of trouble, but for some reason don't get publicized. I feel like he just something, but like it's just more propaganda to just shape the image of black people in America. That's all it is, man. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And hey, can I call you Ty?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I tell you something, Ty? Can I curse? Oh, it's fucking working.
Yeah, you can.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I don't want to get your live taken down. My bad. I got a
Nah,
pod.
you good, bro. I about to say, as long as you don't say nothing about
I
the
hate.
C word.
Yeah, yeah. Why it's working? Because we're falling into the trap. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it is perpetuating a stereotype, but guess what? It's working. They painted our image to be this wild, crazy, just this animal almost. But I'm gonna get the
Right.
floor back to you in a second. But it's like that's the point I made, man. Just gotta be above it. It might be racism, but guess what? It's our job as black men to teach our black men, teach our young black men that there's more to life than being a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Facts.
gonna be a long process, but it's a process we got to do.
I agree. 100%. So I got a little question I got for y'all real quick. Y'all see the Sesame Street character they had brought out?
No.
They got new Sesame Street characters, right? And they are two gay male puppets, but both the puppets are also black.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
That's
I seen
crazy.
that
Like
shit.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
I
Like
gotta
it's
see it.
crazy,
Hold on. So
man.
what?
Oh
Sesame
god.
Street characters? What?
Oh my god.
So they debuted two new Sesame Street characters,
So
right?
Sesame Street, the guy who owns the show, he's a
Which
big time. A lot of the producers on the show are very liberal, like a lot of PBS kids shows. You know what I'm saying? But what they're trying to do is basically like a lot of shows nowadays, they're trying to appease to a more liberal audience. You know, liberals throw money. Liberals throw that cash. Liberals throw that cash for real, and they're trying to appease these liberals by creating more gay characters. You know what I'm saying? So they brought out two. I forget which ones they were, but they're basically a married couple, a married gay couple.
With a child.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
bro.
see
And they
it.
both have to be black.
Yeah, man.
They did what?
And they both happen to be black.
I don't see. I don't think this one is black right here. Hold on.
The
I'm gonna share the
the
screen. Let me share my screen real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Sesame Street. See? Do you see it?
Is that
no,
them? That's
same
them
thing
right
yet.
there, right? The puppets.
I was seeing this
No,
couple right here.
they're actually new puppets.
Oh, they're puppets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, let me say they're
snap.
new puppets. Like they're new puppets. It's two gay male puppets that are married, two gay men puppets, but they're both black.
Oh, shit. Well,
So
damn,
they
Ty. I
basically
got.
lumped in, blacks with the gays. So they had black puppets already. So you lumped in the blacks with the gays, man. Just killed two birds with one stone on that one.
Yeah. Just
Oh, I see it.
yeah, and you're absolutely right, Ty. It's well, just another reason why you gotta raise your sons right. You know what I'm saying? But oh my
Am I?
god, yeah, bro.
No, I think that's. I don't think that's it. I think that's a kid in a. What
I
the
thought
freak? I
I
don't
thought it
know.
was the two right there, the yellow one and the orange one.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
thought it
wait.
was two niggas right there. I don't know them two. I thought it was the other two. So I could be talking about something different. But Sesame Street is very liberal now though. They're trying to make it more liberal because they're trying to get more money.
Right, man. And I don't know if you have any
Crazy.
kids and anything, Brian. I know Grunt don't, but okay. So I have
Yeah, no,
a
none that I know
filter.
about.
So I got a filter on my phone, right,
Yeah.
with my kids, right.
Yeah.
I got filter on my phone with my kids to go to the internet or whatnot. So my son was watching the new Lil Nas X video, right. Keep in mind, it's not flag. You know how videos YouTube say it's flag for kids. It's not flag for kids. So
Of course it's not.
basically, the kids. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to look at other videos, kind of like the one with the theories about mass and 9/11 whatnot. They wouldn't let her search for it. She couldn't get it in the content, but somehow Lil Nas X stick through, what I'm saying, the cracks, and it's on all the homepages on the YouTube Kids page. So you got YouTube Kid that has YouTube Kids app. The homepage is filled with Lil Nas X reactions and this, that, and third. Man, it's
There
crazy.
it is.
Oh, I like how you did your research and your. I like how you see
Excellent
y'all are
job.
active parents. Ty, shouts out to you. You are one of the active parents who actually gets into it and see what's up instead of handing your children a tablet and tell them to have at it.
But on that point, I'm not a
Right.
big
I try to,
YouTube
I knew
guy.
you say hi to kids.
Oh, my bad. What'd you say?
No, you go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I hate when I cut y'all off. I
You
feel like
good?
I'm
You
being
still
so.
lad? You good?
Yeah, you
But
good.
I'm not a big YouTube watcher. But one guy I do watch is Jada Black, and Jada Black mentioned it. He actually said part of the agenda is part of the agenda is the emasculization of black males, and part of emasculizing us is push. Because the thing is, they want more gay black males than they want any other race. Because the thing is, the black male image is a very masculine image. We're very masculine. Black males are the most masculine culture in America. Like, we're the most masculine men because we represent very upfront men, and also very stout men. So in the eyes of the mainstream media, if they can effeminize the black man, they can make the whole black community just. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is something that they've been talking about for years now. They want to make the black man's image either far right or far left. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the black man's image to be down the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. So it's like that's why you got the go along, get along people, and
Mm-hmm.
shouts to the Moe Factz, but he'll call them the boule, the
Yes,
cream
sir.
boule, something like that. If you got these good name terms,
The
but go ahead.
black bullet is real, man. The black bullet is real, man. Those gatekeepers, man, they shape what people think of us as black bullet. Like, think about, like, okay, you got LeBron James, the NBA players that are taking games off and making quote unquote gestures for racial, equality, but at the same time they gross over $1 billion and none of it goes to the
Of course it won't.
grassroots.
And yeah, I agree with
I
you
still like that
totally
makes
on
me
that.
mad. Watch his stuff like you know.
Yeah, I agree with you
Yeah,
totally on that. A lot of time that they're token black folk, they're black in their speech, but they're white in their actions. But the biggest thing with that little Nas X thing, I don't think it's necessary. At this point, it's time for black fathers to really divest themselves from the TV. It's time for black fathers to start teaching their kids stuff from principle instead of what they see on TV. It's time for black fathers to divest their kids away from that TV shit. Because the thing is, I wasn't really raised on TV like that. My dad, like, I was limited on the kind of cartoons I watched growing up. I was more into sports and stuff like that. So, like, no, don't get me wrong, I made my mistakes coming up, but the thing is, TV is the key. TV and media is the key to them pushing the stuff to kids. You know what I'm saying?
to your lies, to your vision, man. That's all it is. And
Hey,
also, man, I
so
don't know how old you are, but go ahead.
now go ahead. I'll let you finish real quick.
Now you gonna say like like back in my age, but I was born '87, so I'm like an '80s baby.
Okay.
But back in my days, yeah, I played the game a lot, but like when I came home from school, you couldn't keep me inside the house. You know what I'm saying? I stayed outside as long as I
Me,
possibly could. And these days, don't even want to go outside and play. Like my kids just stuck in the house, like wanting to play, had to make up sports or find out a hobby. We could just sit around playing Xbox all day, not doing anything the whole summer. Like got summer programs. But I want your opinion about that real quick. We move on about that part of it.
absolutely.
My bad. I was just looking at this Lil Nas X prison video. Y'all heard about that? It just
Yeah,
popped up.
I
Man,
couldn't remember. I only watched like five, which should just me not being rude at all. But I could only watch 5 seconds of it. I seen the thumbnail, and honest to God, respectfully, I couldn't watch that. That's not what I'm nothing against that community, but I can't stand for that. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I just
So I'm glad that I understand. I understand where you're coming from, but I just this goes in alignment with people who listen to Pooh Shiesty and how you said when you seeing the actual man act a certain way like that in prison,
traumatizing.
what traumatized them to be looking they literally be looking like this. They
Yeah.
literally like no cap, like they literally be like this.
Um, Going back to what I said before, bro, and like I said before, it's disturbing, and it's also it goes against what you naturally know as a person, because even children subconsciously understand what sex is, even if they don't understand it as thoroughly as adults do. An 18-year-old hasn't experienced even a fraction of life yet. If he like, how old is Pooh Shiesty? Not even that old, like 21.
He,
He's gonna go into
yeah,
jail.
he
He's never
young.
seen this level of sexual depravity before. It's depravity. A 21-year-old like him is gonna go in there. He's never seen something as graphic as another man defiling another man. The worst he's ever seen is like maybe stuff on. He's never actually seen what it's like to see another man actually deprive another man. And the thing is, what makes it so traumatizing, it goes against what you naturally know.
Exactly, you're right. I'm glad. I like how you use the words deprive because yeah, of course, you probably Pooh Shiesty probably saw somebody got shot, probably saw somebody got killed.
It's
You
nothing
know,
to that.
yeah, that's
That
what I'm saying. I'm getting there. It's that deprived thing. The way you said that hits more, man. But go ahead.
Mhm. No, I was saying yes, sir. I mean, yeah, I've seen somebody get shot before, and it. Now I want to see it again, but I'm just saying it's like
yeah, me too. Yes, you can't
it's
unsee that, man.
yeah, you can't unseen that. Is I just I could never. I don't know, man. I would never. I don't know what I would do if I seen that kind of situation, though. I couldn't. My mind's never traveled there before. I'm just being real.
I'm gonna be honest with you too. Like I'm pretty sure we all saw some crucial stuff,
Yeah,
in the movies of people losing their life and all that, or
yeah.
violence. But the deprived thing, the closest I got to that was from like a while back. It was we won't get to dark web type stuff, but
Yeah.
a SNUFF film of that. But in prison, when you see that type of stuff, that will change a man's mind. Like is very more deep.
Right.
From my experience, is more deep than yeah. I don't want to see nobody get killed or nothing again. I don't want to see none of that. But I'm just saying like it's a different type of mind state, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just brutal. That's all.
Not meant to be viewed by the public eye. That's why it happens in jail. You know what I'm saying? It's just my heart goes out to everybody in jail right now, man. Them dudes, bro, they just I don't know, man. They're gonna really see. They're gonna see what you're gonna see in a Dante's Inferno book. Like, you ever read Dante's Inferno? How graphic it is, or ever read like ever seen what's a really graphic movie? Like, name your most graphic movie, which is just it was gross and nasty, or like Human Centipede.
You don't want me to do that. You don't want me to name one.
Yeah,
I'm
I
about to say
mean, no,
Human Centipede.
I mean that too, but there was another one, but that it's like an unrated foreign movie. But yeah, Human Centipede, we go with that then. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the point I'm trying to make is this, man. They're pushing it in mainstream, but the reason why it'll never work mainstream, because I don't think most human males are not. Most human males, our minds are just not meant to go that route. It's just not. The vast majority of men, and the vast majority of men anywhere, we're not really. Our brains aren't meant to go there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, the thing is, what I'm trying to get is, it's one thing to be like that. It's another thing to actually see that stuff happen. You know, I couldn't even imagine seeing that. If I seen that in real life, I think I don't know I think I might actually kill myself. I'm just being real.
It's some crazy stuff going on in this world,
Yeah, it's heavy, man.
and these rappers just playing.
Heavy.
They just steady playing.
Yeah, bro.
Man, this shit just went left completely just now. You just talking about that Pooh Shiesty, but it's how it is though. This is what it is though.
I mean, you know how I feel about Pooh Shiesty, so I won't get too much into that part. But
Man,
we
and
was talking
no,
about
don't do
the
that,
rap
Ty.
itself, right?
Don't.
No,
Yeah, yeah, don't do that.
I'm just gonna say this. And I'm not gonna go. You're not gonna sound on that. I'm just gonna say this. Um, whether it's Pooh Shiesty or any other rapper, man, it's like I said, there's no other genre of music that goes through what we are. You don't see country singers out here, you know what I'm saying, like beefing on the internet or even R&B, or it's like everything we see on TV is for a reason, man. Like, they control the media. So we see stuff on TV is for a purpose. Nothing is accidental. Just start trying to tell people that everything has a message. You just gotta read some of the lines.
Well put.
And one more quick thing, man. Do y'all believe in the 2040 agenda,
2040 agenda.
where they
Hmm.
were saying that by 2040, white people will be a minority in America?
I couldn't tell you, man.
And I was researching that, right? So I also think about it. I mean, I'm just gonna say this, man. It might be controversial. I'm just gonna say this. I don't think that the homosexual agenda is originated with us. I think that's a European concept through and through,
Of course it.
in my opinion. And that's what people gotta realize. Like, they try to keep us from, even when it comes to abortion, they try to keep us from making more of us, right? Which is why they're trying to turn us to gay. You know, two gay men can't have babies. You know what I'm saying? Two gay
Mm-hmm.
women can't have babies, right? So I think people just need to like look between the lines, man, because like I said, a lot of the TV we see, man, they put it right in front of our face, man. The agenda's right there in front of us. Like you said, we gotta do better as a people, stop it. But it's getting worse, man. That's what it seems like.
Absolutely. You bring some good points, Todd. I'm not a big controversy guy. One thing about me, I read a lot, but the thing is, well, I'm not very. If I don't know something about something, I don't want to give. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I've heard that before, because I haven't. But I will tell you one thing: what you said just not makes a lot of sense. It makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you.
I
Like,
appreciate you though. I appreciate Brian for being 100 and for his service and for you being militant and strategic, not only within the army but within your day to day life. It leaks out and it shows. Go
Man,
ahead, Ty.
no, you go ahead. I just about to say, just with that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, look, man. Like I said about the European concept about homosexuality and whatnot. I also believe that monogamy probably would be our best thing. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I'm married. I love my wife. But one thing about the future of our kids, stuff like that, I don't see how monogamy can help us grow in this time we're in right now. I don't know if y'all agree with that. Now, this is my personal opinion, guys.
you said monogamy is gonna help us grow, or monogamy won't help us grow.
I think monogamy and homosexuality go hand in hand, where it's like anything to reduce the chances of having another black child born, basically.
Well, men, you're absolutely right. Men are meant to be with women, and I think what needs to go on is we need to teach our children basic rule. We need to teach our sons to be husbands and our daughters to be wives. We need to teach our sons to respect themselves, not just respect themselves, but also have realistic respect for women. Not just don't just respect women, have realistic respect for women. Teach our daughters to not just respect men, have realistic respect for men. We teach our daughters to be wild and stuff like that, but we need to teach our children basic roles in a household, not just how to be athletes and entertainers or how to be, whatever girls do. But I think what we need to do is have more realistic stuff for our kids. You know what I'm saying?
What happened? What happened if let's say if you got a daughter, they come to you and they be like, "Hey, pops, I get what you're saying, but that shit is like 1920s. That's color purple time. I'm trying to get this bag. The internet popping, OnlyFans and all that. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just gonna say it like that. Like, what
What?
happened if these kids do that? All right.
You go ahead, Ty. You were saying something?
Are they gonna say the actual word shit? Yeah, like you
Huh?
said, they come to you like that. I mean, my daughter has in some kind of way did that. I'm just saying, like, he said, "Hey, Dad, this shit's not for me." You know what I'm saying? 1920s, whatever. But I tell my kids all the time, like, just don't be followers. I try to steer them, my kids, don't be followers. Because most of the time, everybody's going one way. You might need to go the other way. And I just try to have
Okay.
them, have mine their own. But yeah, go ahead.
I like that. I like that response, Ty. That was a good response. I like how you been like water. You just had been with the situation instead of like I feel as though that restraint, that little yanking back. I think that's what caused some of the kids to be like, "F you,
Rebellion.
mom. F you, dad." I'm gonna keep on doing it more. I was not gonna do it in the first place, but since you over here having me on a leash and all that, I'm gonna just do it. I'm not saying for all, but just for some. What do you think, Brian?
Same thing Ty said. I'm gonna raise you up in an environment that encourages you to not only be yourself but the best version of yourself. I'm also raising an environment that's disciplined. I'm not gonna be overbearing with you, but at the same time, I'm gonna be real with you at all times. I'm not gonna make you do something you don't want to do, but I'm gonna guide you towards what is best for not only you but the family. But at the same time, I'm gonna put you in a position to make better decisions. But if it's something you really want to do, I'll let you make the decision first, and then you have to face the consequences yourself. That's how
I
I was.
agree. I get no. I respect that. I understand. I understand that. I mean, yeah, because at the end of the day, these kids don't got like I like to say kids instead of c word, but they, to be honest, without the parents, what like you ain't old enough to have a job. You don't know what the real world is. There's a lot of predators out there. It could just go completely bad. So if any young adults is watching this, please take this in consideration on thinking that you're growing too fast because it could just go bad. It could go bad. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Go ahead, bro.
You want my take on it, or is it Ty's turn? Oh, I'm just saying, man. Like, I came up pretty old school. The mentality I come from is a pretty simple one. It's accountability is a big thing, man. I was raised to believe that you're a free thinker, but at the same time, you're in an environment that encourages you to make decisions that are more progressive. It's also I was raised in an environment that's more about you can do whatever you want to make sure you realize the consequences. But I'll tell you like this: if my kid came to me and said they want to be on that modern whatever stuff, I'm gonna be like, hey, you see what it hey, I mean, I'm gonna tell you what it might get you initially, but it's gonna lead to this, that, and the third, and it's up to you to decide if you want to go down that path or not. Because I may not be smarter than you, but I'm more experienced than you are.
And that's facts. I understand that. That's another way. That's another way. I appreciate that response also. Ty, you got anything else to say before I read this Mike Wilson comment and respond to it? He fell asleep. Oh, go ahead. Yo,
Oh,
Ty.
he might be doing
They
something.
got threw me off a little bit. Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. Mike Wilson. I'm 46, white dude, not a lefty. The United States owns a lot of ground off the West Mississippi. They promise you 40 acres and a mule. What do you think about 40 acres and a tractor?
uh,
How
Hey,
I
I got a good
respond?
answer for that one, man.
Going down 40 acres is 40 acres is
Hey,
doing it, man. Shit.
That 40 acres is doing that thing now,
Yeah.
but hey,
What's 40 acres gonna get you in South Carolina, man?
bro, a lot of
hey,
stuff could get grown, a lot of agriculture, or it could just be that's just I feel as
That
though
was
put it
about
this way,
here's
if
the thing
you got
though.
me in Louisiana and Cause down the
What?
bay, cause I'm from a little town, and I'm originally from a little town by New Orleans, by the West Bank called Homer, right? Homer, Louisiana is a little. In fact, you know LSU head coach Ed Orgeron, he from my hometown, so it's real country down there. But you know,
Man,
it's a lot of bayous down there. It's like, but you can grow a lot of stuff down there. 40 acres for me, boy, what?
that's a
I
wrap.
could do stuff with that.
But it's a plot twist to that, man. The plot
I'm a
twist
little
is
country.
that they already dealt out the 40 acres and mule already, man. Because doing my research, anyways, basically 40 acres and mules for the indigenous people. So they declassified us as people, made the Europeans Indians. That's who got all the the 40 acres and mule. It's all been built
The
out already.
$5 Indian, we understand that.
It's already done already. So we missed that train. We're not gonna get it already done out already. We just gotta just go from there, man. We missed that
Then again, I'm
train
kind of
all the
cheap.
way.
Yeah, we tripping off. No, we get what Mike Wilson's saying though. I feel as though he's a supporter. He just want to see our perspective on it. But
Yeah.
we're not gonna give the common courtesy, not a common courtesy, but a
Let's
common response.
Stay on topic.
Yeah, stay on topic. Yeah, we ain't gonna get a common response. Like, yeah, that's right. We need to get our own land. No, we're not gonna do that, man. We just try to problem solve stuff though.
Like, it was funny though.
Yeah, it was.
I feel you.
But yeah, back to Pooh Shiesty real quick. I say there's one thing though, and I want y'all a good question about this. I mean, good answer. Damn, I'm tripping. So Pooh Shiesty, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they throw the book at Pooh Shiesty and be like, "Hey, yo, look," what they say over here, they be like, "Hey, you got 15 on the head. You got 15. You got 15 years off the dick. Like you got tax. You got change to do. 15 years. What do you think? He going to like? Is he gonna eat it, or like how you think the mindset of him will change?
First off, like we talked about it before, the thing is, and that's just part of just dealing with this stuff, dog. According to like I read up on the laws out there, the minimum sentence for a gun charge out there, even if it's your first time, is 20 years. That is what you are literally facing. Like I said, Miami and all of like Miami, Texas, and I want to say also because our gun laws are harsh, but they're not that harsh. But Miami, Texas, and I think Arizona, they have some harsh gun laws, bro. So it could be your first time, but the thing is, they're always trying to make an example out of people. But if he were to get the book thrown at him, even because 20 years is the minimum, right? With a possibility of parole. I honestly couldn't tell you, bro. My mindset would be I'd like them people in the court who'd be like, I'd be in court. I'm a man before anything. But if they throw 20 years at me like that, I'm not gonna be stoic. I'm gonna be just.
You said stoic. You ain't gonna be stoic. You gonna fall, collapse.
Bro, I'm not a gangster like that. I'm not.
Legs will give out.
I consider myself a pretty tough guy. But 20 years in a jail in the South, nah, bro. That's the end of my. That's the end.
Hey, y'all laugh in the comments at him, but I'm not saying they are. But some who watch this rerun. The South is completely different now. We ain't talking about the South Carolina. We talk about the NO down there. That South prison penitentiary system. Oh man, with C murders.
It's meant to demoralize you, and it's meant to break. It's meant to make you feel as though you're never gonna get out. That's what it's really meant to do. A lot of the jails down here used to be plantations, and it's meant to make you feel as though you're a slave. You know what I'm saying? But to my understanding, the laws like in a lot of places in Florida, the minimum sentence for a gun charge is 15 to 20 years. So if that's what he's facing right now, I don't really know what to tell. I don't really know what to tell dude, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If that was me in a situation, I'll just charge it to the game. It's over for me. I would just accept it for what it is. I just be I really can't speak on what I would do, man, because that isn't just time. That's a lifetime. 20 years? I don't know, man.
And people die in prison. I mean, not on like you. Every day your life is at risk. Every day in penitentiary. That's why it's like it's to be honest. It's like the reality of how people talk about hell. And this, in my point of view, my perspective, I think that's hell because every day it's like it's like you waiting to be dead. You get what I'm saying? It's like you in the loading game, kind of. Yeah, that's all.
That's not counting the fact that, like I said before, the 3 things I told you about before that a guy like him are going to experience when you initially get there. You have to consider the fact that might be the first time he's ever been by himself like that. And, you know, all this talk about joining a prison gang. What if the gang don't want you? What if the prison gangs don't want you? What if the prison gangs decide, you know, we don't like your music? We don't want you in our prison gangs. We want you. We don't want you. No. What if all the prison gangs decide we don't think you hard like that? You on your own.
And even if the prison gangs accept him, he could go. Let's say if he could, like he got a good lawyer and everything, and he do a good 5. He do 5 years. He fuck around and join a gang and do a life sentence. They'll give him damn letters because you have to put in work. Ain't that's how the system works up in there when in the gangs and stuff?
Similar to that.
And you got money too.
It's kind of a toss up. I've heard of people going to jail and getting letters, but I'm gonna tell you just like this, man. Even them 5 years, a day in prison is too much for me. But them 5 years, dog. For one, let's just be real,
bro.
If he spends that much time in jail, odds are his career just being an underground artist is over as we know it.
Yeah, it said, what? He gonna get probation with a suspended term. That's what hey, Big Worm said that. He said that they're gonna give him probation. And the thing is, they be spending. Oh, I forgot. You know what? Speaking of that, let me go.
But I don't know, man. Shit.
Let me see what I think. Ayo had pointed this out. Let me go his Instagram right now. He did. It said oh, this is for NBA Youngboy. I'm tripping. That's not Pooh Shiesty. Oh yeah, Pooh Shiesty done.
NBA Youngboys, his stuff was like, you know what I mean? His stuff was like controversial. Pooh Shiesty is pretty cut and dry. He got, like I said, I've got homeboys from Broward County. I got homeboys from down there. I believe it's Broward County down there in Miami, right? And they tell me all the time how the gun laws down there are just brutal. You know, they're designed to make you to where they make an example out of you and stuff like that. But I mean, he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. All I'm saying, let's just say he doesn't do a day in prison. That's great. I don't want to see Pooh Shiesty go to jail, but if he ends up going down sad, like I think he's probably gonna go down sad because, you know what I'm saying? He PC'd up with that suicide smoke on.
Hey, do know something, man. Hey, Arnell, come up on here, Arnell. What's your IG? Arnell knows something, man. I was waiting for that.
He
Protective custody with that there. Go ahead.
Suicide smoke on. Yeah, bro. Man, Mr. Montgomery, that dude, but he going through it right now.
He knows something, man. He going through.
That look on his face right now. I see a sad young man who made a mistake, bro. That ain't no.
That boy got that goddamn thing.
That's a suicide. That is a suicide.
Oh, I'm surprised they put that spit bag thing over his head, man. I'm surprised they put the anti.
Fucking right. Oh my god, bro. Like, dog, because he himself knows there's a 99% chance. He is over with.
Hey, I know nonverbal cues and
look
Judge Mindy.
At the ground right now, bro. He's talking about body language, right? Body language. Yeah. Tell me what his body language is saying, right?
That dude got contempt and mixed with damn emotions. I ain't gonna lie. This is something that, no offense, but it's something like a woman face will have right here. He got all types of emotion, but
bro,
most
dog. We all talking about stipulations. We talking about what may or may not happen. My nigga, somebody has already told him, bro, like my dude, like this is probably it.
This is it. And check this out. Hey Mindy, these rappers done made Judge Mindy from Miami here in Florida. She hollow. She hollow right there. Just look at her. She just done.
I didn't see her. She's seen all of her classmates be in jail.
Yeah, she dead inside. That's what it is. That you see her on face, she dead inside, man.
Yeah, bro. Judge Mindy is that's the kind of judges will get you, dog. Them white women. The white women judges.
Maybe he all thinking about all the verses he had, man.
That's the image they portray themselves. They heartless. They don't give a damn.
Hey, it ain't. She ain't like on no. Not from my understanding, because she had a classmate, a black brother that.
Yeah. She had
you know about that thing. Yeah, she done try to help him out. I heard he done fucked up again. So she dead inside, definitely, man. Look at this.
I have soldiers like that. I got a lot of soldiers that are like that. They just can't get it together, man. But I mean, I get it, man.
You don't want to make eye contact.
I get what's going on. There's a possibility he might not go, but the thing is, look at his face right now All I'm saying is he knows something we don't know, and what he knows is this: is that there's a possibility he ain't gonna get a second chance.
If they find that gun I threw out the window on I-25, it's over with. That's what the look he got right there.
Man, y'all know he already stitched when he got to the thing already. He already stitched already, bro. I'm pretty sure he already stitched already, so he know what's going on.
I'm trying to hear that. I'm trying to hear that brrr. Let me stop, bro. Let me stop.
Oh,
Man.
they're gonna make him say that. They're gonna make him say that shit when they fucking.
Hey, but you know what though? I don't know.
I'm telling you, bro.
That jail shit, man. Okay, look, I did 11 days in jail, just regular jail, man, and that was like the longest 11 days of my life. So I can't imagine doing years in jail, like years in prison. I just went to jail, and it was just, man, something about overcrowded, some no heat. We in December,
There's no
you know what I'm saying? Sleep on the floor.
Damn.
Shit, two niggas died. Yeah.
That'll drive me insane. Not being able to tell the time, like with no clock, no way of being able to tell what day it is. Oh shit. Oh, I don't want to talk about that shit. There's no clock in.
I'm trying to see if I get Arnell up in here real quick because he know too much, man. Yeah. I was waiting. That dude said he looking with that damn PC. I like knowledge. They got the lights on all the damn time too. That'll drive you real crazy right there.
Did he got bun?
I think he was denied his bond, man. Let me go ahead and research that.
And that problem made that hard drop to his ass.
He died inside right there. He like, I gotta be in here.
Hard drop to his ass.
Usually you could damn,
for a better lawyer, man.
Yeah, you could get out, make his money back, go ahead and drop some diss songs or drop the mixtapes, get some good money, invest in that law firm I'm in, and then go back and try to beat that case. But if you sitting in there, you losing money, and you gotta be with them dudes who every time they walk past your damn cell, all you hear them say is brr. So you already know they're getting ready for yeah, they're getting ready for you, man.
Bro, I'm suing my lawyer, bro. You can get me at least a bail, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I want that, man. I'm on the same kick you is TeeFrmdaD Made. I want to see that man up. I'm just saying, dog, they're about to make an example out of this dude, young rapper who might make an example out of dude real quick.
That's crazy, man. The crazy part is the jail was supposed to be for reform and rehab, instead it's used for slavery. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I just not know that, man. Like, we got the most prisons, and we got more prisons inmates in any other country in the world. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, we make money off of them. That's why.
Hella money. Bro, they pay you $1 a day or $2 or $3 a day to do something that they'll pay you $15 an hour in a civilian world to do.
No, it's not even $1, bro. Literally like 25 cents, 30 cents.
Oh man, this is
part of the punishment.
I'm dead serious. Like, if you work in the kitchen, you probably got 50 cents. You do the little trash thing, you probably got like 75 cents the most. You're not getting $1.
Bro, they will stab you the fuck up over some soups, man. They ain't playing up in there, man. Go ahead and talk to these goddamn youngins about this. Please talk to them, Brian.
Oh man, shit. Just like, bro, like I said before, bro, it's like just like what I was talking with my not just because I be talking to AO off and on because AO speak my language, but just like I said before, bro, what you're inside of is no longer the land of logic and the land of you're no longer in an environment that fosters you're in an environment that fosters violence, an environment that fosters chaos, an environment that even the most subtle moments probably in jail are probably just very tense because you don't even know somebody, a dude you've been cool for since you got in the facility, he might be out for your ass like that. You know, on top of that commissary money, stuff like that, that's basically your new currency. That's basically your new currency, man. So
there it is right there, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you're no longer in an environment where people will be like, hey man, can I borrow this from you? And they don't care if you don't bring it back. Every little bit of food, every little bit of commissary, every little bit of time, even a cigarette can get you murdered.
Man, let me go ahead and let me show these young rappers, young adults who want to be a Mr. Bird. This right here could put you in a box. Y'all see this right here?
Bruh. Oh man.
This right here get you killed for real. So enjoy
the Cheetos and the cheese and the noodles.
Man, you staying with your mama on EBT in middle class, you better enjoy that, you young bloods, for real. Because you could eat all the ramen noodles in the damn civilian world. You go up behind the walls in the penitentiary and they want to get you up out of here, Mr. Bird. Three of these could find you like your head missing in prison. Literally. Like I'm telling you,
slash during chow.
During chow, man. Like for real, this ain't no joke for real.
I heard the white boys cool with that throat slash shit.
Real nice, real nice.
The white boys cool with that throat slash shit. I heard the white boys on some other
Like
shit.
Assassin Creed. And keep it moving.
They on some other shit with that throat slash. Like the niggas. Our favorite thing to do. We like to beat niggas down. We like to beat niggas up. We like to beat niggas down to the ground. But white boys, they like to stab niggas up and they like to choke niggas out.
But no, they'll damn near do it. It's so swift. Like they'll like take your damn throat out and go into the other cell.
Dog, white boys cool that shit. Yeah, like white boys ain't playing, dog.
And what I'm saying this because it's like we always want to make stuff look cool. You in prison. How you gonna look cool in prison? You know what I'm saying? Like what the hell? That cool shit out the window right there. So you right, that little beating you up, stump you up, be like, yeah, what's my name? I'll beat you like you my damn son, boy. You know, try to like, humiliate a damn brother. But when you behind the walls, it's a different story. Who you trying to impress?
It's not. Yeah, the thing is, they've never looking like Pooh looking like you're gonna do what I do. So I don't care, but I really do care. Look, you're right.
That's on the Moe Factz. Yeah, it's still putting up a fight.
Yeah, Moe Factz. You're right. But the thing is, what he feels, the thing is, like a lot of young kids, reality's not gonna hit to that first knock upside his head by a nigga who's like 6'4", 240 pounds of muscle.
This dude just called my weight out. God dog. You called my weight out on the head, bro. What the hell? That just scared the hell out of me.
6'4", 240 pounds,
Tall.
Yeah, dog. Top of that, he's not just strong. He's freakishly strong. Like he'll punch a wall and that bitch gonna crack. That's
dangerous. That's dangerous. They'll throw a couple of blows at you, and if you bob and weave it, you just feel that impact.
You feel the wind. The wind is not the. It's like anime where the wind from the blow feels like a damn hurricane.
But I think they damn hair be blowing like this in the back. But them boys be like, "CO, help, man!" They gonna be
guard.
Guard. Yeah, call for the guard, man. They ain't gonna want that problem, man. And
like I said, maybe Pooh Shiesty go on that bitch and he just do a complete 180 and he's just the biggest gangster out there. But the thing is, I'm looking at him now. Worse when you have the bomb money, but you get hey, bro, that's a nightmare.
Hey, big word, man. Come on, that thing hit different, man. That thing hit different,
bro. Because the thing is, you're helpless.
Usually, you have the bomb, but you don't have the bomb money.
Yeah,
but you got the bomb
it's
money.
Like, bro, you're helpless.
It's over with, man.
And then, God forbid, it's like, bro, they're gonna seize your assets while you're in jail.
Oh yeah, and your family ain't gonna be able to make rent. All that stuff that mansion that you should have bought.
You got enemies. Come on now, let me talk to you.
You gotta pay for these dang people, man. Let me go ahead. Before I end this live, I'm about to just go ahead and open the panel, and I gotta pick specific people because this our channel has gotten a little bigger, so I gotta people who I know. Yeah, I gotta do that recognition, But go ahead, my bad, Brian.
No, I was just saying congratulations, bro. Your channel is excellent, man. And then second and foremost, I just want to tell you, it's the uniqueness you got with your channel. That's what's gonna help it to grow. Because see what you're doing right now, and not doing all this. You know what I'm saying? This the uniqueness is gonna cause your channel to grow. And I think what's gonna happen for you is you're gonna have a lot of copycats. That's the biggest thing. He's gonna have to accept that for what it is. But I think what you're doing right now is more. It's more progressive. It's gonna help you to get more people. It's gonna help you get more people on.
I appreciate that, and yeah, with copycats and all that, I never it's understandable. No, it's understandable. I get it, but I look at it like this.
Stuff, man, you trying to find answers, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's also unique.
Oh, you want to say it again? I'm sorry.
Say they stuff about other black people, but obviously, that's not our agenda. So, like you said, you're gonna grow fast, man.
Hold on, time.
He's saying you'll grow fast. He's saying your channel is gonna grow fast because of support, and I agree. I think your channel is gonna grow. I think that's what he says, anyways.
Yeah,
okay, appreciate it.
My bad.
No, it's not like he was on a tape recorder for a minute. That thing had caught me. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I hear you now. Hey, is this Big Worm? Big Worm.
Yeah, I'm in here. Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, what's up? What's up, Big Worm?
Yeah, what's going on? I'm driving right now, so my camera is probably dark in here right now.
Bro, it's loud. It sounds like you damn near in the desert with the windows down or something, bro.
Hold up. That's my headset. Hold up.
That boy NTC in California. You know what that is, Gump? NTC?
Oh, is he what he training?
No, yeah, NTC. That the training we do in the San Bernardino, California. That shit is ass.
See, I never heard. I heard about the training.
Bro, it's the fucking word.
I gotta mute that dude, man. I don't know what the heck. Hold on, man. Let me know when you get right, man. Let me know. Hey, just let me hear this.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, I hear you better, man.
Okay, yeah, man. It's over. I don't know, man. I don't want to say it's over because he got money. So it's like that's all it's really about. You know what I mean? Money and time. You know. So yeah,
You saw
he
Lil
might have to
Wayne.
sit for a little minute though.
Yeah, but there's no president that's going to try to pardon him. I really hope he make it out though, for real, on some real talk.
And
But hopefully, what? Go ahead.
Oh no. And what I was saying, like, they might give him probation and suspend the term for what, like 10 years, 15 years, give him 10 years probation.
Kind of a
But
stretch.
in between that time, if he mess up, he gonna have to go back, which is 9 times out of 10 might happen. You know what I mean? So,
Bro,
like with the
he in it.
Honeycomb Brazy situation.
Oh yeah, you absolutely right. Because Alabama laws look. Because the thing with Brazy, Alabama law is a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before. And you brought up a really good point. They could what you call them with that time. They could pardon that time, but you have to understand. As I said before, Miami gun laws are harsh. You know, they want to keep that city as clean because it's a big tourist city. They want to try to keep it as safe for tourists as possible. And the thing is, Miami gun laws are very similar to Texas gun laws. Your first strike could be your last strike. But with the Honeycomb Brazy situation, I think we'll go on with that is like Alabama gun law. Alabama gun laws may not be as harsh. And what happened to Brazy? He had a racketeering charge or something, right?
Something like that, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah, their law is a little less strict because the way they do it is if you serve consecutive time already, they count it a little differently. Almost like dog years almost. You know what I'm
But
saying?
he was already a felon though.
Yeah.
Like a
And,
probably like 2-time felon.
Brazy put in work, bro. So
God dang, man. So come on. This was a Meek Mill probation or something? You
Yeah,
like Kodak Black?
Meek Mill
yeah.
Meek Mill probation. They give him 10 years probation, and in between that time, if you mess up, you got to do that. You got to do that. You got to do that. You got to do that 10. So,
Bro, he a rapper. He a drip. This dude is from you. Come on. This is what the rap track with Ayo saying. How you gonna make that money? So what you gonna do? You gotta act gangster and you gotta avoid going back to prison.
that's
So
the
it's
thing. That's the thing. That's why he go back. That's why if they let him out 10 times out of 10. I can't even say 9 times. 10 times out of 10, he's going to go back if he do get out of jail this time. If he do.
And that's like and as Grump said, that's part of the rap trap. It requires you to put up an image because what they're basically saying is if you're really living like that, it doesn't matter if you're going to jail or not. But what they fail to realize is not only are you losing your a lifetime's worth of finance, B, you're going to jail in the South. Going to jail in the South, as we all know here, is a no. It's not an option. Going to jail in the South, not to, like, bro. If you go to jail down this bitch, man, you ain't gonna make it out that bitch the same, bro.
And they in there asking for Gucci number, asking to get signed by 1017.
Oh, the wolves are barking.
That bitch freestyling for everybody.
And you better not make them feel like you trying to play them too.
Hey, sing that Back in Blood with you and Derrick. Hey, rap that, little bro.
And say brrr.
Nigga gonna be like, say, dog, like, I'm just trying to do my time and chill. Nah, dog. In fact, get your fucking ass off my bunk. Get your fucking ass off my fucking bunk, nigga.
Hey, chill. This doing demon time with that, bro. Crazy, dog. Right.
Hey, get your fucking ass on my fucking bunk. And on top of that, dog, hey, I heard you diss my little cousin. What the fuck up with that, little nigga?
you see how? No, you see what Brian doing? Brian hitting them. He catching them off guard like a drill sergeant. Like you just hitting them with all types of stuff. Like don't know what to do.
Y'all know what to do.
Psychological, bro. They're not used to that. See, I'm talking. They're not used to being talked to a certain way. They were the bullies in their hood. They're not used to people talking to them like, "Hey, give me my shit back."
I'm bad, man.
Now you saw all that, bro.
Yeah, so they're not used to. You're right. They were the bullies. They were who the civilians, the citizens in America was running away from them in the dang civilian world until
They
they went behind the
terrorizing them.
walls. Yeah, they thought there was a big bad wolf. They went behind the walls, and then that pressure. They ain't never had that pressure before in the corner.
Pressure. Like Kevin Gates be talking about pressure, man, pressure going like a rapper from Baton Rouge named Spitter always talking about pressure. That's all Spitter ever talk about. But that pressure do something to you, bro.
That pressure, bro. That pressure had you pinned up against the wall. You ain't. It's the weekend. CO's out. So Monday morning infirmary. If you make it, you know.
If
So
you
it,
make it, because let me tell you something, the people they got jobs and lives too. That's if the infirmary not fucking closed on the weekend.
oh, chill, bro. Chill, bro. You got to make these people
It
be
might be closed
panic.
on the week. The infirmary on post is closed on the weekends. I don't know about jail. We got emergency care off post. We got emergency care off post. The on post jails. I mean, in the military base. You was in the military. Tell them how
Yeah,
them places was closed on the weekends, baby.
they had holidays too.
Yeah, come on, man. We got lives too.
Man.
I didn't break the law. I didn't break the law, Pooh Shiesty. I didn't break the law. I gotta go home. You gotta spend time with you. Hey, I thought you was a thug. You gotta spend time with your partner. This supposed to be your element, Pooh Shiesty.
I can't hear
So hey,
Brian
I got
for
a
you.
life to live, bro. What's a gun? What's getting stabbed to you? Man, that
So,
big 6'8" nigga tell you something, slap the shit out of Pooh Shiesty.
so what y'all saying is he in jail getting extorted?
I hope not, but it happens more times often than not, because you have to understand these rappers made it out of these poverty stricken areas and everybody else there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these rappers, you know what I'm saying? These rappers are basically targets. So, I mean, I hope not, but I mean it's likely.
I feel like it'd be more love than hate though. Like honestly, like
Uh
just because of who he is.
yeah,
I can
hopefully.
see if he was in Memphis though, but he in Florida, so like
Oh yeah, you're right about. I keep forgetting that. Because I thought they were gonna transport him back to his home state, but they're gonna Florida. Like I said, yeah, he's in Florida, but yeah, it might be different in Florida. I don't know, but I mean, all I know is this: my experience with family members and people rather close to me who've been to prison. You know what I'm saying? It's in the South, like I said before, bro. It's a different animal. So I could only hope and pray for him.
yeah, man. Like you,
man,
you.
he better have some of his boys come to jail with him or some shit. Somebody else better get locked up with him.
How
And
you mean?
You know how they love being in jail together.
and are you from Memphis?
No, I'm from Michigan. I'm from Detroit.
You're from Detroit. I wish you could
Oh
talk to
shit.
somebody from Memphis, though. I just want to know what is he going to be sick? I just got to know because, like I said, Kevin Gates went to jail. Well, he didn't go to prison. He went to jail.
In Chicago.
Boosie was straight in jail when prison, but the thing is, that's a Boosie. They call him Rambo in the bottom, bro.
Boosie had to turn wild. He had to throw feces at the guards and stuff. I
Yeah,
don't
dog.
think he built for
Boosie a
that.
different animal. Boosie was
Yeah,
born to go to jail.
yeah,
Boosie was raised to be either a criminal or a rapper, and that's all he
Yeah, he
yeah.
did.
He
was on
just
death row too.
Yeah,
exactly.
but Boosie a different animal. Boosie
That's
was
a
prepared to
different
die.
animal.
I no offense to Pooh Shiesty, but he's not. Let me tell you something. They call Boosie Rambo on the bottom for a reason, bro.
Yeah, for real, man. I ain't gonna lie, I get to him, man. I'm not trying. This ain't nothing to be bragging about, but I get you what you saying though. He's not built like that. He's
Yeah,
not. Yeah,
right. I don't
And
mean to
he
brag
like
about it, but
5'9", 150.
Appreciate
yeah.
the
Man,
English tips.
different.
man,
But
probably like 130. He kind of small.
Nah. With Pooh Shiesty, we talking about the size and weight y'all in the chat because these rappers haven't broken their damn nail or nothing. You know what I'm saying? All they did was just been bobbing and weaving bullets
like
and hit somebody. Go ahead.
I
And
said, they
drinking
haven't lost
lean and
a life.
smoking.
Do y'all think they'll be play their songs in their head, man?
Yeah. BG should be getting out soon.
Yeah, free my dude, free my nigga. Man, I grew up on BG.
Yeah.
Hopefully, man.
Wow.
Extremely talented artist.
We need all the hot boys out, man.
His daughter helped a basketball player.
Oh dang, see?
Yeah, she
That's
go
what's up.
to one of the Catholic schools out there, but yeah, she can ball. She can ball better than most of the boys.
So do
Hey,
y'all
that's
think
what's
Pooh
up.
Shiesty will y'all think Pooh Shiesty actually reminisce about his songs he made before he came to prison?
They all do.
and all that coochie they was getting when it was in the civilian world here. That's what I'm saying. Shouts out to AO Big Facts because crazy thing about it, I ain't gonna lie, Kodak Black, he is reckless, but it was a time where he was behind them walls and he probably be like, hey CO, this fool cold, CO. Hey CO man, I get goddamn, what they call that shit? Damn, what's that shit? Tilapia or something. I get tilapia and all that CO.
Caviar.
Yeah, caviar CO. Like what the
I
hell?
remember that. I remember you
Foie
saying
mignon. I need foie mignon and all that CO. Come on. Like, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up and eat that damn soup,
Bitch,
that's
you
what I'm
gonna take your
saying.
back to sleep? Shit.
Yeah, so they had no choice, like how AO said, to run up in that cell and dump him on his head. And when they said one of them had flipped his nuts or some weird shit, had a damn humiliate him, like, bro, you know what you is? You in my house. You know how they be talking crazy in there. So yeah.
this
Those are
Matt
alpha.
Hard
You can't come
CO.
Those
in
are
loud
not,
though. You can't come in
alpha
loud.
male. Not, I don't know, man. Maybe
This Matt Hard CO.
hmm?
CO.
It's
CO.
mad.
This Matt Hard CO. I ain't got no pillow CO.
Hey, it's cold in this bitch.
It's cold. It's
What my
cold.
what my commissary, man? Like why
Commissary,
y'all play?
you got commissary money?
He did come out skinny as fuck. Kodak did. He came out
Yeah,
skinny
we
as
been
fuck.
starving him in there, man. That's what the
He was
hell it
in
was.
that bitch starving. He was in
It
that bitch
wasn't off of
starving.
his will. It was
It
off
Yeah.
of the
depends though,
CO
man.
will.
It's gonna be a maximum security, minimum security. What kind of bribe you gonna be on when you go to
Question for
prison?
y'all though. I got one question for you. Do you believe that because like I said before, I believe in teaching moments. But do you believe, like I said, locked up scared straight doesn't really do justice to how violent prison
No,
actually.
sir.
It doesn't. Like even like the only time it ever actually scared me, like I said before, was that scene with them Transformers.
Yeah,
If you,
Transformers that scared me.
that scene scared the shit out of me because that scene was just so unnaturally disturbing. But do you think maybe seeing their favorite rapper getting physically manhandled in jail would actually change kids?
Yeah. If they see, no offense, but they see NBA Youngboy get yoked up by a big bear dude, I don't want to hear no Photoshop. I don't want to hear no CGI, nothing. If this, hypothetically speaking, if they would see NBA Youngboy fucking damn legs dancing like a goddamn Ernie off of Sesame Street, like puppet legs in the air, and they got him yoked up, it may
Well,
change their life.
shit. I don't know, man. I feel like okay. How
So
about before you even make it to the jail? Like, how about that Indiana Red what got shot on IG Live?
Or Indian
The,
Red?
the rep. That's what you show
yeah,
to our people. That's what you show. That's the video we need to show. That's the video we need to
I
show.
seen, yeah, that video
ex,
was disturbing.
All
exactly
the
like
gang
we
business is that
seen.
video right there.
I don't think that is enough because they laugh. We're so immune to seeing somebody get shot and killed and stab. I know how weird this sounds, but hear me out. We so
I
used to
agree.
seeing that, but when we seeing somebody behind the walls like that video with Big Bear, and we see a man get his manhood taken or damn near decapitated and all that, and behind the walls, then it's like, okay, I'm behind the walls. There's nobody to help me. I'm
There's no way.
trapped with this guy. That would change their fucking mindset. That's just my opinion,
But
though.
this is why I say that though, because the person who actually got shot and killed wasn't directly, what I'm saying, involved in the incident. He was just he just a homeboy. Whoever he was, he did actually go to the mirror and do that shit. The guy on the bottom was the guy who actually, what I'm saying, did the thing. So listen, like, be careful who you hang with, like that. Choose your friends wisely, because I'm pretty sure that other set of friends probably never happened to him. That's what I'm talking about. Not necessarily with the rapper, just the friends getting caught up in beef or whatnot. This is what I'm talking about.
That's an interesting point.
Oh, what he said? Can you repeat that, Brian, for me?
He's
My
basically.
bad.
Oh, go ahead, my bad. Go ahead, Ty.
I was basically saying, I wasn't necessarily talking about the guy who actually did the spray paint of the mural. He was the guy at the bottom of the IG screen, right? He's the guy that's directly responsible for all the stuff that's going on. But the guy on the top
Yeah,
screen, the guy that got shot, Indiana Red, he's just an associate basically. So
yeah, he's
your
an
friends should
associate.
also be a downfall as well. That's what I'm saying. Your friends should also be a downfall as well. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's
I
true.
want to
That's true.
add something too.
Go ahead.
I feel like too, like if they was to see something like that, like as far as their favorite rapper getting beat up in jail, they'd feel like it couldn't happen to them. Like, cause you know how people feel extra tough. Like, oh man, that ain't gonna happen to me, man. I ain't no bitch ass nigga, man. Like you know how these generation of fucking kids is.
Can I say? I feel. Can I say that? Can I respond? But back to that T. I'm gonna
Oh
say
yeah,
this. So you're right. I take that back. Yeah, be like it can't happen to me. Yeah. Oh damn, he wasn't a thug. I guess. Brr. But let me tell you something about this. Let me tell you this. If they
Bird
see a
hog.
man getting deprived though, a man scream like, "Help! CO, help me! Help! Hey, help! Hey, chill! What y'all doing?" And a stabbing and a beating in the ground, and you see them fists punching in the damn concrete to the point where they be like, "Man, turn that shit off, man. I don't want to see that." I think that would change some people's minds. You get what I'm saying?
they seen that with Lil Reese when he just got
So
beat up, beat
That's
to a
different. That,
pulp.
that was that was a light one, and plus that was not behind the walls though. We talk about
True,
behind the walls
yeah,
true,
I live
true,
in bit
true.
like I said. I'm
when
from.
everybody quiet except for the person who getting attacked.
What about the dude that AO showed on the video that was getting pumped? You know, talking about
Yeah,
That that's not that's
the guy
that's
that
not
getting
good
that
enough. They
yeah.
should if they
that was, that was in Angola. In fact, that little dude, I remember his trial. He shot another little dude, and Bear apparently was his cousin or something. And Bear was basically getting revenge for his cousin. But so I'm from New Orleans, but I grew up in South Baton Rouge, right?
yes sir.
So let me tell you something. A lot of these young kids out here, um, a lot of they live through Youngboy because Youngboy represents, unfortunately, the vast majority of young males in Baton Rouge, unfortunately. And I don't mean to go back on my words, but like I said, Baton Rouge is an outlier. But
Yeah,
a lot of young, I'm not gonna say not around 40% of young black males in Baton Rouge act a lot like NBA Youngboy. They come from the same background he does.
that's why
If
he hot.
NBA Youngboy get not just beat up, but deprived in jail, it'll be like watching. It'll be like Alexander the Great getting murdered in front of his in front of his army or something like that.
Yeah, that would be like that's like saying that's like pretty much putting a mirror to like a belief or something. Be like,
Yeah,
you believe in this, and they just ripped it from you. And that yeah, you're right. That's kind of that's the best way to put it.
because you have to understand. After Boosie went to jail, even Kevin Gates left Baton Rouge. After Boosie went to jail, the Baton Rouge rap scene kind of got stagnant. Young Boy, even though he's not my favorite, because like I said, originally Young Boy is part of a group called TBG with G Money, Freda Bang, and I think it was Jay Lewis. He was part of that group too. Young Boy was kind of like I don't want to say he kind of represents what a lot of young black males in Baton Rouge kind of identify with. He grew up in with just his mom, his siblings in the ghetto, and young. If they were to see Young Boy get exposed, not just exposed, but get deprived like that, I think the mindset would shift a little bit. That just a little bit. I don't know if just a
A
little bit.
little bit. Be like, yo, this ain't it,
Uh,
man. Fuck that shit. Like they'll be on something like that,
honestly,
probably.
I'm pushing back on that real quick, man. I agree with that, but at the same time, man, like you said, they all got the mentality of young boy. So knowing the young kids, man, they was denied cognitive dissonance. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's fake, it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. They'll try to cite their way out of it. It's still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Hey, Ty, to be real, you're right. We was a majority of them would change off that video, but at the end of the day, there's gonna be some who be like, it can't be me until it's them. That's just human behavior right there, though. But
Can't
yeah,
Everybody
give
wants to be a real
everybody.
nigga till it's time
And
to be a
we
real
can't
nigga.
we can't create a new standard. And like I said before, living down here is different because it's just young black males down here. We have one of the highest single mother rates in the nation down here. We rank
Whew.
number 4 or 5.
Exactly.
Baton Rouge in New Orleans and Shreveport, Louisiana. I can speak on I've been to all these areas. These are all areas with excessively high single mother rates, which means that not a whole lot of yeah, Baton Rouge ranks number 3, New Orleans ranks number 6, and then Shreveport, Louisiana, up North Louisiana, Shreveport and Monroe too, rank like number 9, like number 10 or 11. So most men in Louisiana don't have fathers, and that's just how it is, or they don't live with their dads. I'm one of the in my high school graduating
Right.
class year, I was the only male with both his parents.
dang, bro, that means something too. Like,
I was a damn weirdo, bro. I was a
Yes,
weirdo. I was man. My dad would come to my games. Niggas
me
would
too,
ask me
man.
who the fuck that is.
yeah, mom, stepdad or something. You probably
That's
think
my
it's just, huh?
that's my real biological father. And like I said, I mean, I'm just like I'm one of them. I'm your typical young man growing up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But it's like, I have my father. My dad decided being a
But
father meant more than being being a real nigga. So my dad decided he wanted to be a father, and it's like
Yeah, yeah, and I meant to say like they probably look at your dad probably like, what is that? Your mom, girlfriend? That's your stepdad, something? But not
yeah,
knowing that, yeah, that's why I meant to say like
that's
that.
exactly what they said. And the thing is, I had to
but
understand that they didn't mean to insult. The thing is, they grew up different than I did, even though we all in the same neighborhood. I had a curfew. I had certain rules and regulations I couldn't break. My dad was a first sergeant.
So you had a day, you had a wild out and make it home before 9 o'clock. You had a wild out.
Like I said, and looking back on it, Baton Rouge, Louisiana is not no place you want to be out at nighttime. I got homeboys who've gone on to be with the Lord. I've got homeboys going on. I've got homeboys who are incarcerated. They made the wrong. I've got homeboys who became fathers way too early in life, and now they're part of the cycle of not being fathers in their children's life. But you
Damn.
know, you can call me a bit of a square because guess what? At the end of the day, I went to college. A lot of my homeboys didn't. I went to college in the military because this ain't no place you want to be at without no plan. You die without a plan out here.
facts.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
and
This
that,
is
that that
serious.
military thing is a big step too.
In my
People,
life.
yeah, even when you shit, you get killed up in there too, and they
Yeah.
always hit you with that. Oh, I ain't trying. Yeah, I ain't trying to fight the white man war. You doing it right now in the streets, right there.
You
Y'all
fighting.
killing each other.
You're doing his job for him.
But when
Exactly.
we go
Yeah.
back
So,
to
but what I'm
like
trying to make is this, man. I look at NBA Youngboy and I don't judge him so hard because guess what? I've known NBA Youngboy my whole life. I went to school with NBA Youngboy. I grew up with NBA Youngboy. I've had to have conversation with NBA Youngboy. Not him directly, but people who think like he do. And guess what? I've learned to love and respect them, even despite they. And I just want the best for people like that. I don't judge them for who they are. But now if they try to come at me a certain way, I'm gonna defend myself. But at the same time, I don't judge them people because guess what, man? They just need help. But I'm here to tell them the consequences of their actions is they could end up in Angola and get manhandled by bear.
Yeah.
yeah.
Plain and simple. Sorry if I said a mouthful just
But
now.
No, no, that
the
was
problem
real.
with
That
single mothers, man, like my bad.
No, go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just saying, saying going back to the single mothers thing, right? Yeah, they're single mothers, but the problem is the black male is taken out of the home and replaced with government assistance. So you get incentivized. So you have a baby there with a
Sorry
single
for
mother, you
we
actually
can
get
go on
incentivized
about
for that.
that, but hey,
That's just how you know what I'm saying. If we look at it that way, probably like a, I don't know, man. I'm just throwing something out there, man. Just a random thought.
hmm. You from NO shot. What part of NO you from, bro? Yeah, I'm from
yeah,
I was born in Homer, lived in Algiers for a little while. Then I came out to Baton Rouge. My dad was in the military. Shawty said he from the NO. It's always good seeing people from out there. I judge the F out the young wild demons. And you're right, bro. You can't be nice to everybody. But one thing I will say, I try not to look at them too harshly because guess what? What they need is somebody to be the father figure they needed. They just need love and affection too, bro. Not no homo. I mean that in the sense that they don't want to be told you from the 13th. That's what's up, bro. But they just need love and affection too, bro. They just need somebody to tell them, you know what, life didn't start out great for you, but guess what? I'm confident that with attention to detail and with you having a dedication and improving, man, you can be a better person. I don't judge them people too hard, bro. Because again, don't be
uh,
like the people
Yeah,
who already don't like, dude, already hate them.
exactly. But I want to say this one thing. You, bro, your pops was a first sergeant, and you was running the streets too, bro. That is, because people fail to realize the lazy. Like I know your father didn't tolerate no laziness whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It was like you was being drilled at home, and when you in the streets, you was doing they type of drill. They could run the streets, and they could go home and be lazy and all that. You had to, you better put four corners on this and
Oh,
that. You know what I'm saying? That
man.
is hell. You ain't had no rest. You ain't had no rest.
Um, no.
yeah.
In fact, um, I'm gonna just put it to you like this, bro. I didn't have a typical childhood. Yeah, I did the same stuff every other young black man did. I smoked weed. I got in trouble. I did stupid shit. I got caught doing all kinds of dumb shit. But guess what? I had to face the music for it. And guess what? Facing the music was my dad being just disappointed in me, man. I didn't have to come up like that. You don't have to get beat down. You don't have to get beat for people to discipline you, man. Just hearing
No,
disappointment for somebody you love. You know, I love my dad. He
It's
his
about
disappointment,
balance.
and I was already just, man, I can't believe I did that stupid ass shit.
Yeah, I know. Like disappointed. Like let's say,
So
oh, go ahead, Ty.
look, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I just say I know you talking about with disappointment. You ain't gotta get beat down to feel disappointed. But like, let's say if my mother like real disappointed in me, look at me a certain way, like she like real disappointed. That hurt more than physical. If you ask me, they be like, what the fuck I'm doing in my life? What I
Yeah,
did?
Facts.
and it takes you growing up in that type of household to understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of household that, you know what I'm saying. You know, like my dad, he's the kind of, like I said, my dad was a first sergeant. Um, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, his mentality was, yeah, he'll cuss you up at the same time. He was like, you know what I'm saying? His mentality was, I'm gonna use my words to kind of just discipline you a little bit, man. His mentality was like kind of like Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince, man.
That's facts. That's facts. That oh, bro, Moe Factz said it. Disappointment is a parent's strongest and most effective tool, and that's facts. That is definitely facts.
You know what I'm
Facts. Facts.
saying?
Facts. Facts. Facts.
And also 13th Ward. Shout out to my nigga New Orleans, man. That's my nigga, dog. He from out the 13th Ward too, bro. He a rap.
Where
He raps from out New Orleans. He live out in the 13, bro. It's one of my close friends. That nigga can rap his ass off. But yeah, my dad, like I said, my dad grew up in the project, so he was, you know, my dad was a street nigga, but the military turned his life around. Well, the thing is, I didn't have to get my ass beat I know wrong, I got my ass beat, but I didn't always have to get my ass beat for me to realize how stupid I was, you know. So one day my dad looked me in my eye and told me, said, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what the F be going through your mind sometimes, but I can't tell you how disappointed I am for you, dog. Real nigga shit. That was the last time I ever
That shit
cried.
hurts, man. That shit hurts.
yeah, it's like almost being disowned, bro.
Cause look at my homeboys. I got homeboys who went all they got is their mama.
Yeah, I'm glad you had muted that, man. But everything good. But yo, that's true. That's definitely true, man. Like,
You know what I'm saying? I got homeboys, all they got is their mama. Man, I got two parents. I got two loving parents. When I made mistakes, yeah, they got on my ass, but guess what? Bro, one day I was so stupid. One day, dog, I got into an argument with my dad. I want to go hang out with my partners. They wanted to go smoke weed. And I ended up going with them. And I came back home, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was expecting an ass whooping. The tongue lashing was worse than the ass whooping, bro.
I feel you on it. God
Yeah,
damn,
shout out
bro.
to you too, Shad. Shout out to Uptown. Shout out to Mid City. Shout out to the 7 Ward. Love y'all. Y'all some good people
And
out
so
there,
both y'all
bro.
served in the
Stay
military,
safe.
right?
Hey, stay safe in Corona, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
true, Ty. Yeah,
both y'all served in the military, right?
he's still a former active duty though. Yeah, we
Yeah,
Well,
did
I
though.
mean, well,
national.
what about like a
Okay.
military, like as far as your parents being, traveling military lifestyle. That's
Yeah,
what
we
I'm getting
traveled a
at.
lot. We ended up coming back. We traveled a lot, but we ended up coming back home because
So
my
I'm asking
dad
y'all a
joined.
question then, a serious question. Did y'all ever experience like a different, I would say like environments for racism even in other countries or other states
Of
in your
Hold on.
course.
hometown?
I'm about to say my
Um,
people. I'm like the only people like be in the military. My pops or my mother, they wasn't in the military or nothing. Nah.
you said when we traveled. So I was a little boy when my parents traveled, but I ended up being I came of age when we came back to Louisiana. So um I'll tell you like this. When I was living in California, I didn't experience racism, but I didn't experience what's like to be the only. Because, like I said, y'all hear me talk now. Y'all could probably hear like
Yeah, I
the
hear it.
yeah. But the thing is, imagine me talking with a bunch of white churn, and these are preppy white kids from California. Imagine how much.
Churn.
Yeah. So I didn't experience racism. But I did experience what it's like to be the only black male growing up in an all white environment.
I feel you. It's like that,
So
like Get Out movie or something, ain't it?
worse. And no, that's not so much get out. It just you understand where you at, and you understand the fact that, man, look, every move you make is count. Every move you made is documented.
So,
Yeah. I don't. I'm about to say I don't got a PO box set up yet, but my bad. Not change the
so with
subject.
y'all both being in the army, man, I got just a quick random story about the army, right? So y'all did serve military, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I had resentment toward the military for the longest of time since 2008, right?
Lots of
Graduated
people do.
2006. I went to 2006, right? Signed up for 2008. Went through the whole, piss test or whatnot. They go to the MEPS. First time I went, I lost my folders. Had to go back again, like scheduled another trip to the MEPS. At the same time, before that, I was supposed to leave put in. I was quitting, off the, what I'm saying? Like, not all the way, but we didn't go to MEPS, so I was fully cleared. So come to find out, when I went to MEPS the second time, my P came up dirty, and it came up dirty because my recruiter used his P to get me to the MEPS. And then I came back from Columbus. I never seen him again. Like, is that like? That's why I had so much resentment towards the military, but it's just like it always stuck with me. But I know it's not their fault per se, but I felt like that was a big moment in my life, like a turning point in my life. Cause I was just had my first child, you know what I'm saying, whatnot, and it's just crazy, man. Cause I tried
My
smoking
bad.
weed. I thought I
Go
was
ahead.
clean, but obviously I
Uh,
wasn't. But you go ahead.
Repeat that again, Ty. You said something about how you felt. You felt upset about the military. Why again? My bad. I didn't quite.
Yes, my bad. So in 2008, right, I
Okay.
talked to a recruiter, an armed recruiter in my city, Columbus, Georgia, right next to Fort Benning. I told him the truth, like, I smoke weed or whatever. So he was like, okay, cool, you can lay off the weed, and then when you're clean enough, we'll go through the proper paperwork and we'll send you to MEPS. Okay, fast forward, 45 days later, I peed dirty. Okay, 15 days after that, I peed clean, right? I was sent to the MEPS. It just so happened that I forgot my folder on the bus at the MEPS, so I had to go back and do a whole other, visit to the MEPS. When I came back to the second visit, I had another P test, and it came back clean. Okay, I went to the MEPS, took the piss test, sworn to the oath or whatnot, and I was wondering why I didn't get a call back. It said I pissed dirty, but couldn't find out my recruiter used his pee to validate my urine test to get me to the MEPS. And then after that, I came back. I never seen him again.
Oh, so he got that money off you. I got scammed. I almost got, bro. They switched my social up at MEPS one time with this one girl. She was in the
happened.
Navy. Yeah, I had
It's
a white
crazy,
girl.
man.
I had a white girl social mixed up with my shit when I got sworn in at MEPS. But yeah, they do some crazy stuff. He had my bad time, but he got off on you though.
I
MEPS
had
ain't
charge to the game, man.
they big they obligation is to get people in the military. We need people in the military. If it takes a little underhanded stuff to meet a quota, then it is what it is. Everybody's got a quota. Like I said, I didn't have to go through the same the MEPS y'all went through was probably the MEPS I went through was more laid back because like I said, there's less officers than enlisted people. So the MEPS I went through was a lot less stringent. It was more formal. You know what I'm saying? The MEPS you probably went through was probably a lot more intense because they don't care about listening to people. Like the MEPS I went through, they made sure I was comfortable. That's how it is for officers. But you know what I'm saying. But with that note, just take account of what I'm saying. And look how good your life is without going to the military. I went to the military because it's something I
Yeah,
wanted to do.
I
I
agree.
have to be in the military. I'm about to be a captain in a year in 2 years, so I'm a first lieutenant. And like I said
You know,
before, when I make captain, I have to do another contract to add on more time. It's just something I want to do, man. I just want to be in the military for as long as I can be. It's something I want to do.
oh yeah, I agree with that. But I'm
Salute to you.
overly optimistic when it comes to stuff like that. I'm overly optimistic, so I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. Just
Oh
another
yeah, and
step.
that's a great thing. I applaud you for that.
Hey, it's different. It's real tough mentally also too for warrant or officers. Not NCOs is different. I get it. It's like teachers, but for your status, it's like administrator and principals.
Mm-hmm.
Salutes to you because I know it's tough in certain situations. You gotta do the mental and the physical in the military. And I had a CW3 officer. He was mad cool. He was from Detroit, and he a CW3 and he doing the same thing he doing. So shouts out to you.
Yeah, man. Like I
Facts.
said before, part of what I do is I take up a mentor role for the young black males who are in the military because there's way less of us than anybody else. But my biggest goal is I want to create an environment where everybody's got a fair shake. I want to create an environment where it may not be perfect, but it's close enough to functional as it possibly can be.
I agree,
I
man.
agree.
I agree. But
I'm glad at the end of the day. Go ahead, Ty.
this is the last little quick point. But you know how I said about I pissed, I tested positive whenever I came back. We're talking about disappointment, man. Like disappointment from my mom, my dad. I had my first child and my wife at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a real dark time, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's a real dark time in my life
You
right
got a
now, for real.
beautiful life, bro. You
Oh
got a
yeah, yeah,
son.
no
You got a
complaints
son.
here, man. I got my son's 12 years old. My daughter's 13.
Yeah, man. I pray the Lord gives me a son, man. I mean, as you may have noticed, I'm kind
Yeah,
of religious and stuff. I'm a man of faith and stuff like that. But I just want to tell you, man, you got a blessed life, bro. The Lord has blessed you, bro. You got a son and a beautiful daughter. You're gonna raise up to be good people. But it's
thank you.
I'm gonna leave you with this, Grump. Let me tell you something, man. And this is for everybody in the chat too. I don't know how many. I don't know how many people you got in the chat.
It's 23, 22 now, 22
Perfect, perfect,
viewers.
perfect. This is the message I want to leave everybody from. This is just my opinion. I don't know what. I know we got one. I know we got one homie from the city. I don't know the people we got in this from the city. I'll leave you with this, man. I got on this live because guess what? We're not laughing about the Pooh Shiesty situation. What me and Grump is basically trying to say is this: what's going on, Pooh Shiesty is an overwritten narrative in the black community. Even though Pooh Shiesty is from our community, unfortunately, he don't represent all of us. And what we're trying to get through to all these people, especially these young black males, is yeah, he might be from this, that, he might be from a rough area, but he don't represent you. And you don't have to go down the path he went down to become successful. And the point I want to try to make is this, man. I'm praying for the young brother, but I just want to let y'all know this, man. When that get chances are, yeah, there's stipulations, man. He may go to prison, he may not. But let me just tell you something, man. Nowadays, I don't care where you at. Young black males do in fact get unfortunate prison sentences. And if he goes in, man, he might get 11 in prison, but chances are he won't. And let me tell you something, man. Based on what I've seen go on in jail, it's a lose-lose situation. It's just what goes on in them prisons, man, is inhuman. They're trying to break these young black males. They want you to be just another disposable soldier, so to speak. And what I'm trying to say is this, man. If there are better, if you can make a better situation for yourself, please do it, man. It's not worth it. You know, it's not worth fathering a child you can't take care of. It's not worth pretending to be something you're not, because guess what? Them females you think that, you know what I'm saying, they like all that stuff, trust me, they're gonna
Ooh-wee.
find somebody else. And most importantly, um, all that social media glitz and glamour, it don't amount to the 20 years in prison you're about to do. So
You
I'm gonna
gotta
leave you
repeat,
with
you
this,
gotta repeat
bro.
that
You know,
last
you're a
line,
great
bro.
dude, bro. I think you can do a lot of great in the community, man. And so are you, Ty. But all I'm gonna say is this, man. Just do the right damn thing. Do the right damn thing, man. They call, it's okay to be a little square. Just go play, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. I just played ball my whole high school career. I wasn't no gangster, but guess what? I did stupid stuff because I was trying to prove myself in South Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But I'm gonna just say this, man. I love all y'all. Shout out my homie in New Orleans here. I just want to say, man, be safe out there, bro. COVID is really strong. COVID is real bad out there. Be safe out there. But I just want to tell y'all, dog, just love above the hate, bro. If you see a young black male struggling, be cautious, but also be cautious, but also just be willing to speak to him if you need some advice.
That's facts. Hey, I appreciate you, Brian, for taking your time to come in here
Facts.
and
Yeah.
definitely break it
Shout
down.
out to Ao Kinsenko. Shout out to the Big Facts Podcast. Shout out to Young Grump. Shout out to my boy Ty
Facts.
and his family. God bless y'all. Happy Saturday or
All
Sunday.
right, peace, my brother.
All right.
Yeah, that was well needed right there. That was well needed. I appreciate you, Ty, for coming in on the back end and picking up the slack, man.
For sure, man. Anytime, man. Shit, catch y'all boys on this live.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, okay. I appreciate y'all in the chat. Shouts out to Moe Factz, Shawty, Mike Wilson. Yeah, we not doing no separation up in here. You know, it's all love, no matter where you at, where you from, your background, all that. You know, shouts out you to Incognito. You definitely be coming in clutch. I appreciate you for explaining the $5 Indian to the other brother, Mike Wilson. Shouts out to Moe Factz for dropping stuff. Shouts out to TeeFrmdaD Big Worm. You know, aka he driving on OTR right now, truck driving, doing great things. Shouts out to Dilly on 629. Uh I see this a lot. Universal Soul Illusion, you know. And shouts out to Big Man Tings. That's you. Arnell, I had tried to get at you, Arnell. Arnell Montgomery. You had exposed some stuff. You know too much, man. I want you to come on here and explain, get more into detail about why Pooh Shiesty was wearing that. You know what I'm saying? Natasha, always coming through. I appreciate y'all for doing the likes. I appreciate y'all for definitely commenting and being active. Captain Panther, Greens, ENT. What else? We gonna keep it pushing more. One Punchline, appreciate you. Grand Swing, appreciate you for coming in. And I believe that's most of it so far. And those who did, or Deep Impressions, I forgot Deep Impressions. Thank you very much. Like, comment, yeah, definitely like, hit the like button. You know, comment, subscribe. Definitely, man, for real. And value for value. Shouts out to Moe Factz. Cash App is right there. Hover at the bottom. I'm about to put the PayPal and the rest of the stuff in the description. If you ain't gotta do that, if you don't want to, you can do it. Like, we definitely gonna keep this pushing. Tomorrow, I got some big things to do. I got two little quick interviews to do, and I got part two nonverbal cues I gotta do also too for Crunchy Black, and they want me to do one for R. Kelly part 2. So I got that on the way. So we working, man. Peace, love.